All right, welcome in a Monday, starting the week off here on the 19th of July. As golf is over, NBA Finals are pretty much over, and what are we, like 7 days away, 9 days, I guess, technically, from camp starting. So,
well, yeah, for the Eagles.
I don't know how your weekend was, but that's pretty much where we are now.
There are 3 teams that will report this week. I guess it's Dallas, Pittsburgh, and the Browns, I think.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah. Now, Eytan, your audio sounds a little echoey.
Yeah, like you're in a
you're in a tunnel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or in like a bathroom. Sounds like somebody singing in the shower.
So why do they get to go in and report early?
Well, they play, I think that in that Hall of Fame game, Pittsburgh and Dallas.
That's
I don't know
right.
why Cleveland would, but apparently there are 3 teams coming in this week, and I think I got them right.
Well,
I think it's
I'm surprised the Eagles
practices.
don't. Why wouldn't the Eagles be able to come in early?
I don't know.
Coaching staff.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a good
Usually
question.
they allow you to do that.
Let's just get everything going early in football. Like, football can't be early enough.
No.
Right,
You know what I mean?
Everybody just report right now.
Yeah, let's just go.
I'm with you, man. I
Seriously. What do we got to wait for? We're going to count down, literally count down the minutes until football starts.
Well, I'm going to tell you the truth. Guys have already done their vacations, everything from a player's point of view. They've already did their vacations. They've already now they're conditioning, trying to stay in optimum shape because they realize that they have to go in and run their conditioning tests.
Mm-hmm.
So they're preparing for that, making sure everybody's going to go in and make their weight, because you get fined for weight.
Oh, you do? Even like linemen?
Yeah.
Even big linemen?
Oh yeah,
Bro.
Wow.
I got fined one time. Look, I've only got fined. I got fined twice my entire career.
Mm-hmm.
One time I was playing for Ray Rose. It was his last year, my last year. And I reported to camp, 4 pounds underweight.
Underweight?
Yeah, underweight. So I was good. I was good. So I'm 4 pounds underweight. We come in on Sunday. Well, he makes us weigh in on Thursday. I'm like, why are we weighing in on Thursday? I was 10 pounds overweight.
on
10 pounds on Thursday from eating good and, practicing, it was, I was
But
just,
wait a second. I'm
You were
confused.
eating good in the neighborhood and you still got fined?
You were underweight and then you were overweight.
yeah, you can't be overweight.
Okay.
Not overweight.
So
still.
each pound that I got, each pound that I was over was $989.
Jeez, $1,000 a pound plus tax.
That's 10 racks, baby.
Wow.
That's more than they spend it at Magic City.
Jeez.
Or down at what's the place down on Delaware Avenue? It's more making it rain out there.
Delilah's.
I made it rain. Yeah, Delilah's.
Delilah's,
I made it rain to the Eagles and to the sum of about 10 grand, bro.
Wow. Now
Where did
that
money go to?
that goes to the charities, right?
Yeah, it goes to a charity.
Yeah.
Now,
On
they
my
can
expense, on my dollar.
That's what they should do. Is they should have you pay the 10K, and anybody who is fined and it's going to charity, the Eagles should, or any team should match.
Should have to match it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's what it should do. Yeah, but I got fined then, and I got fined one more time. My last year with the Steelers, actually. Last year with the Steelers, it was 2 weeks before the Super Bowl, and I was like 3 pounds over.
Now, for weight. Okay.
Yeah, I was 3 pounds over, so I got fined like $3 grand, a little over $3 grand. But at that point, I'm like, man, bump it. I'm good. We're about to make that long ride to the Super Bowl. That's kind of messed up, though.
Okay, what's this week like for these players, knowing that in about 7 days or so, their life is like essentially over? It's in lockdown with nothing but football for like the next 6 months.
Can't wait. You're tired of not playing, man. Especially this is going to be opened up, and you'll be able to, preseason games. So I know these guys are excited to get back to camp. I was anxiously anticipating camp when I was playing. I think they kind of feel the same way. You want that type of you want that in your life. Yeah, you want
there's a lot of structure. Yeah.
And I'm a firm believer in structure, man. Tell me where I'm supposed to be, what time I'm supposed to be there, and what you need for me to do when I get there.
Right.
And I'm good. You know what I mean?
Kind of like
I'm
this
good.
show. We provide structure for you.
Absolutely.
Hey, from 10:30 till 1:15.
Yeah.
10:30 to 1:15. You guys have my undivided attention. Yeah, I got to research.
After that, it's
else.
over. After that, forget it.
Get out of here now. Get out of here. But of course, Shan never lets us get a break from it.
Oh no, constantly.
A break from what?
We're constantly getting informed on the bets, on the table tennis, and.
Oh, but hold on. He's been lighting it up.
Giving you content. What the hell else you want to talk about?
Well, hey, Eytan, though.
Golf would be great. I'd love to talk about that. I don't know how much Barrett watched, and my God, if I have to talk about the Bucks again one more freaking time, just throw me off of a second-story roof.
The Bucks.
I have one. Come over to my house and throw me off of my roof.
Well, what's wrong with the Bucks? I mean, that's a big win.
Champion ever in the history of championships.
Well, they don't have it. They don't have it locked up yet.
Not just yet.
It's not over.
They got to win it one more time.
You think
they
so?
Walk right into Phoenix and they smack Chris Paul's weak ass in the face.
Yeah, but they're not that dominant that you can just say they're going to automatically win this game at home.
The history, all right.
Presented by Rocket Mortgage. Home loans that fit your life. Rocket can.
Live from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. Here's Eytan Shander, Barrett Brooks, and Harry May.
All right, we have a Monday edition of the show here for you. We are live across the board, now joined by Sports Map Radio, still live on the JAKIB Media YouTube page. And we remind you as you pop in here to hit us up with a like, smash that thumbs up button. I'm sure you've heard many a times on a YouTube program before, and then subscribe to the channel if you're not already. And I was just saying with Harry and Barrett about Milwaukee, right? As far as you were saying something. Oh, Chris Paul. Look, this is the biggest collapse in the history. Like, this is Greg Norman level collapse. You understand this, right?
Louis Oosthuizen level collapse
even
on a
worse
Sunday.
than that. Even worse. And trust me, my plus 3,000 ticket was fun to watch for three and a half days. But really, this is like Chris Paul's MO, fellas, has been before this year, has been fade. Just that Homer Simpson fading back into
the hedges.
Yes. And you're telling me that's not the biggest story? They were up 2-0.
I know.
2-0.
Well, we saw the Bucks fell behind 2-0 in the previous series with the Nets, and they came back and won.
And I told you they get better. They've been getting better the last 3 series. They've gotten better as it goes on. As the series goes on. Game time adjustment, their coach sucks.
Right, but
as far as
between
series
games,
adjustments,
games, he's pretty good. Right?
He's damn good. He's damn good. He's doing everything. And we talked about it earlier on. If you look at the talent level that the Bucks have over the Suns, is very prevalent. What I mean? They are heads above them as far as talent. It's just they had that old field general there. Huh?
Defensively, the Suns were the best team in the NBA this year defensively.
Yeah, they were. But
that's what's disappointing is like, you're right. Offensively, Giannis is unguardable. Like Giannis is Embiid, right? Like Giannis is unguardable in that series. But what I'm disappointed in is that Milwaukee went in on Saturday and had their way physically. Like, that shouldn't be the case, but it is.
I mean, the Suns got out to that big lead, and then the second quarter, the Bucks just reeled them right back in. It's pretty impressive. We got to give credit to Middleton and Holiday because they both showed up in Game 5.
Well, Holiday especially, not really from an offensive standpoint, but defensively, he's been masterful, man. Whether he's covering Booker or he's covering, Chris, he is sticking them, and his defensive prowess, man, is above and beyond what it was the first 2 games. So since he's turned it up, his team has turned it up, creating turnovers. Even the last steal in the last. I mean, did you see that alley-oop, man? The steal and then the alley-oop, unbelievable, man. Great athlete.
Play though, what he did on the. I mean, he was. Look, they didn't really have to rely on anybody else because that's what you had. Where, I mean, what I think all 3 of them had at least 25, right?
Yeah, I think they got 88 out of their big 3, and Phoenix got like 81 out of theirs.
Yeah, and look, that's what was, I think, most disappointing for me is that Barrett's right, where Milwaukee should never be discounted from a talent standpoint. But if you're going to go so tight in these rotations, and it's not going to be, Jeff Teague or Frank Kaminsky either side coming off the bench, then between Eytan, Crowder, Bridges, what you have on the floor, even Paul, like this team should have been better defense. Like that's what I'm saying frustrates me the most. Sorry, I know I'm getting to the point, but when you're that good defensively and you have that big of a lead, to lose it at home like that, that's soul crushing. Soul crushing. No question.
I mean, they just have it ripped away from you like that. We just experienced that here with the 76ers. I mean, they just ripped our soul out. You know, Atlanta ripped our soul out. Same thing with Giannis and them. Giannis and them say, look, I'm just going to D up their point guard. If you slow him down, it slows the whole team down. And that's exactly what they did. Chris Paul got slowed down, was eventually, bled to the rest of the team.
No, this series, man, like, I get it. I'm sure there are about 100,000 people in Milwaukee. It looks like they're actors. Half of the people, when they pan the Fear the Deer, whatever the hell Deer Valley it is, they don't even look like they're involved. It's like camera. Oh, yeah. Camera.
Right.
They got paid actors out.
So you're thinking that's a fraud?
I think there's pay. Look, there can't be that many Bucks fans.
You think that's similar to what they used to do in the Super Bowl, where they'd get all the people down on the field at the halftime show and with the glow sticks, and they were basically actors.
L.A., yeah, out in Los Angeles, yeah,
right.
I'm telling you, something doesn't feel right about it. No, look, I mean, can we not be disappointed? We talked about these. Maybe it's just me. Right.
Well, you have sons and 6 now. Let's be honest. So I think that's why you're a little salty.
That's fair. Look, there's no problem there. But at the same time, it's also realistic to the point, which is I don't care about the Bucks. I don't care. Like I don't.
Who cares about that?
Like of all the teams that we had, the storyline with Milwaukee is like, okay.
I mean, if you talk Bucks, I'm out.
But seriously, I mean, look at it though, man.
Coming back.
Yeah.
This is The Middle on the Sports Map Radio Network.
Presented by Rocket Mortgage.
Live from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. Here's Eytan Shander, Barrett Brooks, and Harry Mays.
I don't know, man. I'll leave it up to you guys. I can't do the Bucks, man. I can't do it. Look, I sat there and defended the league when Toronto, which was getting numbers night over day compared to these finals, when Toronto and people kept, I'm not going to, Toronto's not even in this country. You want me to watch him play in the NBA finals? Like I battle all that nonsense because it's ridiculous. And it happened to be, I know that Golden State was down a couple of people, but at least Kawhi Leonard was on his own, like in his bag doing some crazy stuff.
Siakam.
Yeah, you had Van Vliet,
Kyle Lowry.
Yes, you had our own local flavor and Kyle Lowry. I think that there was something there. It was just different. I don't know, man. This Milwaukee team, like I love Drew Holiday. Don't get me wrong. He started. He was the first body to move, the first sacrifice to move in order to start the process. So we recognize him clearly in Philadelphia. But you want me to get excited about Milwaukee?
Why can't you get excited just about Giannis? I mean, how tremendous he is. I mean,
come on.
I tweeted that stuff that he said about, being in the present. Remember, he's talking about his ego and thinking, I thought that was really insightful stuff for a guy his age, at his level. I like him a lot. I mean, there's a lot to like there. That's what Ben Simmons should be. Right.
I mean, even after the game, he talked about just getting away from basketball for a little bit with family. Those are the type of things, you want to hear from an athlete. Because, I mean, you look at the numbers. By all rights, the Suns should have won this game, man. Anytime you can get 40 out of Booker, 20 out of Chris Paul, 20 out of DeAndre Ayton. DeAndre Ayton.
Yep.
And then, Mikal Bridges. Bridges gives you his 13, and Crowder gives you his 10. That should be a victory.
No, Crowder, I disagree there. Crowder should be at 17, 18 in this.
Yeah, he was a minus.
Yeah, and that is inexcusable for a guy who's got finals experience, who can play both.
Yeah, he's the old head too.
Yeah, and he's a better offensive player. Like he's a better ROI on the floor, in my opinion, than Bridges, only because, look, Bridges had that one game, he went crazy, but Crowder is like bulletproof to circumstance. You could be down 10 and have Crowder on the floor. You could be up 10 and have Crowder on the floor. So I agree with you. Like, you should have all of that. But and I hate to point out a guy who's not a big three, but that was the biggest disappointment for me individually was, Jay Crowder should have been much better than he was.
Well, he's been lost this year. He's been lost this entire series, man. In all actuality, I mean, you look back at previous games.
I think he had one big game.
Well,
he hit a couple of big threes.
I know because I've been betting his player props, so watch out now. All right, I've been
watch out.
I got my eyes. Don't let me. Yeah, I got Uncle Cooper on him now.
Yeah, tell me who this Uncle Cooper is that I've seen way too much of on social media. Your account specifically, and you're texting.
He knows how to go get
what is this
bean to meat ratio in chili, bro? That's what it is.
Hold on a second. We gotta do this one for Barrett. All right, here, this one for ABC from ABC, just for Barrett. All right.
Suns have a timeout. Decide not to call it. Booker the drive, gets inside, leans in, knocked away and stolen by Holiday. Phoenix has the foul. Ball throws it down. And a foul. Giannis on the alley-oop. What a turnaround. A chance to take the lead and the turnover as the Bucks now up by 3 and a free throw coming up.
Now, do you know the best part about this cut right here? Did you hear it?
No. What?
Come on. We all hear it. We all hear it. You didn't hear it? Barrett, you didn't pick it up? I'm more disappointed you didn't pick this up than Harry, because I wouldn't expect Harry right away, his antennas. But why is X going to give it to you playing throughout this entire cut? X going to give it to you. Listen.
Have a timeout. Decide not to call it. Booker the drive, gets inside, leans in, knocked away and stolen by Holiday.
All right, see, at that point, the music is playing because the Suns have the ball and they're at home, right? And you play music when you have the ball at home.
Exactly, yeah.
Somebody messed up here because as soon as Holiday had that steal and had possession, you got to cut that. Holiday is no wonder why he hit that. Ooh, he heard the X. He's feeling it.
I totally missed on that.
Look.
Throws it down. And a foul.
It's still playing.
Yeah, you got to cut that.
What a turnaround.
Wow, you got some good ears, man.
Harry, you got to cut that, Harry.
Wow.
You can't be playing the home music as Holiday ends the series while Giannis throws down on your face.
And you're going to rock. And you're going to roll.
You wonder why Giannis was all jacked up. He heard the X from above.
But he threw it
Not
all
Mr.
the way
X.
from the rim, man.
No.
It was like the worst alley-oop you could throw, man, because he had to go get it. And he go get it almost underneath the goal and dunk.
Yeah.
That was impressive, man.
He was probably so just like throwing it back that he still had the DMX playing. Like, all right. Not only did I get away with the steal, but they're propping me up here as well.
Yeah. Well, at least they didn't play any Adele, did they?
Which is no, I don't.
Because Adele was there, right, in the front row with Rich Paul, wasn't that?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
it was
yeah. Game 5.
Man, that's a great pickup by you, Shan. That's a great pickup.
Yeah, that's quality.
I'm telling you, I just
gonna give it to you.
I wanted to play it because I know that was Barrett was talking about it. I wanted, we were going back and forth on Crowder. I didn't want that to take away from the moment and the feel. And while I'm not as excited, I know you two are, so I don't want to be seen as somebody who's, taken away from it. But real quick, before we get into Uncle Cooper and beyond here, because I don't know what else that we have to talk about Morikawa, what happened yesterday as well. But you mentioned Giannis, right? Mm-hmm. As far as post game. Now we had two in the sheet, a couple actually in the sheet. Was there one that you referenced that he said, like, what was the specific thing he was talking about post game?
Well, he was just talking about, how they came in, and he said it. We stole a game from him at home. We came in, we beat them at home. Now we can take it back and we can play and win this thing in front of our fans. He said that literally. You know what I'm saying? So that's big. Yeah. That's huge. That's him letting you know. But then he said, then after this, I'm gonna go home. I got a little time off. I'm gonna go home, chill with my family. You know what I mean? That to me, that was big. That was big.
Well, also, his older brother tested positive
for COVID,
for COVID, which is something that we should probably talk about, at least from the conspiracy factor of it. But this is Giannis on the oop.
I saw him going, then I saw Chris Paul, and then I started sprinting, and so nobody was around me. So he didn't want to throw me the ball at first, but I was like, throw it. And then he threw it. He trusted me, and after the game, I was like, thank you for trusting me, because it could go any way. He could throw it and, make a wrong pass. And that's going to be on him because the point guard. And coach is going to say you're supposed to keep the ball, but he trusted me. He knew that I'm going to finish the play, and that says a lot to me, And I went up to the game after the game, and I told him that too.
See, I could listen to that. I could listen to him and Embiid like all night.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So that's messed up.
Team. Like, I don't, look, Drew Holiday, what the hell I care about PJ Tucker, Pat Connaughton, these guys. Get them out of here.
Come on,
but he was right, though.
Dude, if Pat Connaughton or PJ Tucker played in Philly, they'd be like wanting to build a statue of them.
Well, yeah, because we don't understand. Like, we would rather celebrate Mike Scott because he beat a fan up at a tailgate.
Exactly.
Ben Simmons getting all defense or being like number 2 NBA DPOY.
Well, do you hear him though? Do you hear? He's like, well, he trusted me. He trusted that I was going. I was going to finish the play. How much trust do you think Embiid has?
He trusted me.
Right?
Trust me.
It is a great accent.
Yeah, I love it.
I wish I could do it. It's awesome. It's awesome.
Like, to imagine him and Embiid doing a game, like the play-by-play and the color analysis of a game.
It'd be amazing.
It'd be awesome.
But how much does Embiid trust Simmons though, man? There's
not
no
much.
Trust.
There's nothing there.
No, you know what though? That's Barrett. That's a really good point, right? Is that even on the losing team? Now I know they've lost 3 straight, and I'm definitely down on them, but there's been like you can't get this far with one guy. We always say that, like, it's not one guy doing it all. Jordan, LeBron, Kobe, whoever it may be. And then in the later years, like in the past 4 or 5 years, it's not even 2 guys. It's like you legit need 3 guys you can count on a nightly basis, especially if one guy goes down to pick up the slack. And you're right. Like, remember the body language, right? Just remember the Sixers 2 times over were losing and blowing, I should say, blowing these leads.
18-plus point leads.
You could see it, man. Yeah. Like, a dude would miss a free throw and another guy would like, I have to go over for show and give him a little pump. But you know what I mean? Like, there wasn't that trust or just that support that you just
too many semantics.
It was always, it's sort of similar, to take it to the golf, like Ustazen's body language yesterday versus Thursday, Friday, and Saturday were totally different.
Brutal.
And
just like the body language of Evgeny Malkin last night, I think that's what his name, at 3:30 in the morning as he was blowing the first set in Liga Pro. I could see it. He had nothing. A minus 300 favorite. He had nothing in him in the first set. So, bam, we made money on a dog. It's all about body language. I don't care what the sport is.
Well, I had to give it to you, man. You could actually make a living off this. You really don't need to do this stuff we're doing here, man. But you're betting, man, because you've shown me ticket after ticket. You're making money, bro. You're making money.
Yeah, but they're small units. Like, I'm just trying to build this strategy here. I'm not ready to go public with it just yet. I'm not ready to launch my own YouTube show.
Right.
Is there enough demand for Russian ping pong knowledge that you could make something out of this?
I think the demand would be, I need somebody that is funny. And I don't mean just like, hey, this guy's funny, but somebody who's funny for a living. Like,
you should get some guy with a Russian accent.
Well, I might be able to do enough of a fake Russian accent in order to push it. I need somebody.
Like, you could do this on YouTube. You could have a big bottle of vodka, and you'd be doing shots of vodka, and it's actually spring water. But it looks, like, give out your picks in Russian.
He's terrible. Time for the gulag.
He stinks.
Get him out. We don't go live on the dog. Gulag.
Right.
Well, hey,
like I can have
be amazing, bro.
Have the big chains. I'll have fake money. I'll bring it out. I'll show you.
And when a guy loses and he's out. Like, you get these KGB guys on the screen, and they go take care of him.
Now you
dispatch the KGB guys to go get him.
You got to hit him with him. If he dies,
it'd be hilarious.
Do you remember the what was it? Press Your Luck, where if you hit the whammies would come on the screen. Yeah. So I'd push the button, like somebody loses, bang, and then you have that little thing at the bottom, and it's the KGB guys pulling them out. Look, all I need is a video editor and I need somebody who's a comedy writer. There are a couple of local guys who are out writing. Chip Chantry is one of them. He's a comedian, also writes for TV. Matt Goldich is another one, a local guy who's been out in LA forever. So I need somebody to write a script, and I can do like a 5-6 minute thing, and we could take one game, the game of the week, if you will, and highlight it. I'll share the screen and do everything.
Right. It's almost like the old This Week in Baseball.
Yeah,
exactly. Back in the day. Who was that? Mel Allen?
Mel Allen, yeah.
Yeah. It's like This Week in Russian Ping Pong with Eytan Shander.
Now, I would have
Comrade Eytan Shander.
Right, Comrade. There you go.
Popov.
Right. Yeah.
You by Popov. Okay.
Oh, man.
All right, we're back at 3 across the board. Submit.
I get scared sometimes.
Of a lot of things.
Joining in.
Decisions.
The dark.
The dark.
But I once heard someone say,
But as I always say,
it's okay to be afraid.
as long as you face the fear.
And keep moving forward.
Wherever you are in life, count on the name trusted in insurance for over 80 years. Independence Blue Cross.
The savoring taste of a good bag of beef jerky is so enjoyable at any time of the day, as long as you can find it. Here's what we suggest. Pure Bull Beef Jerky is our answer, and soon it will be yours. Locally produced in the Philadelphia region, this high-quality, healthy protein snack is easy to secure. Go to steersnacks.com, and you'll see hot garlic, tropical heat, Pure Bull dry rub, and our favorite, Huck and Fod. What's that? Huck and Fod. Go now to steersnacks.com.
Welcome to the Wildwoods, the perfect place where you can safely do everything or nothing at all. Catch a wave, take a nap, go for a drive, grab a bite. It's your vacation, and we're doing everything we can to make it a safe one. The Wildwoods. Your vacation, your way.
The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local Union 98, is a proud sponsor of The Labor Show with J. Doc and Krause every Saturday night from 6 till 8 p.m. IBEW Local 98's highly trained and superbly skilled electricians are the best in the business, setting the highest safety standards in the electrical industry. So when you're planning your next industrial, commercial, or residential project, choose an IBEW Local 98 union contractor. Learn more at ibew98.org.
On the field of life, First Trust Bank is there for you.
Champions on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Because Philadelphia dreams deserve a Philadelphia bank.
This is a key. It's a family tree. It's a pair of wings. It's a secret handshake. And a ticket to anywhere in the world. It's more than a uniform. It's the door to a world most people only dream of. There's Strong, and then there's Army Strong. Try it on at GoArmy.com.
We're listening to The Middle on the Sports Map Radio Network.
Presented by Rocket Mortgage.
Live from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. Here's Eytan Shander, Barrett Brooks, and Harry Mays.
All right. We are back live. Remember, hit us up with a like. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. As you pop in, remind some people, maybe some new people, some new folks, what's going on here. Make sure that they're all tuned in and ready to go. Tuned in and tuned up. Not a bad combo, right?
No, that's a great combo. And
I think.
Did you notice the other combo that we have going on here on the show today?
No, I did not.
Well, Barrett's pretty obvious. Mine, maybe not so much, just because of the angle. But you see my shirt there? Barrett's all Phillied up today, so I figured today was the day.
No.
If there was one day where you could wear some Phillies gear,
Why
today might be the day, because they just came off of, taking 3 out of 4 from the lowly Marlins. And I see this tweet come out today that they're 10-4 in July. It's the best record of anybody in Major League Baseball. So maybe with it for one day, we can actually celebrate the Phillies, because it might be all gone by Tuesday night if they lose to the Yankees.
Boy, that's an investment of time right there that I wasn't prepared to make.
Oh, I'm not. Well, I didn't watch any of the games.
Oh, okay.
No. In fact, they had a doubleheader, I believe, Friday night. They split. They got beat 7-0, and then they came back and won the nightcap. And then they had a suspended game Saturday, because of thunderstorms. So they had to come back and complete that, and then beat them again yesterday with Wheeler on the hill.
And Barrett's out. We started talking baseball.
Now he's out.
That's all it took. Hold on, I got to bring him back in now here. I don't know what happened to him.
I don't know what's going on. I can't.
There he is.
Something isn't working.
Oh,
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This is clear, cuz.
This is messed up then.
How did it get messed up?
I don't know.
Oh, man.
What got messed up? You or the set?
My mic isn't working right now.
That's all right. Well, look, we got time.
I'm going to be taking the show on the road later this week.
Oh, yeah? Where are you going?
I'm going up to Connecticut.
Nice.
I'll do Friday's show from up there.
What are you going fishing?
No, fishing.
Family. You fishing in what? Hampton,
Fishing.
Connecticut?
Fishing. No.
You can actually a lot of good fish spots up in north central Connecticut.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I went to
you go stripper fishing up there or
well,
they call it rock.
This is right along the new the Long Island Sound.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
So,
okay.
That's
Some great fishing up here.
yeah.
Tuna, all that.
Is that tuna? Is that
And
tuna country up by
And the
New
Thames River.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Not the Thames River.
Not the Thames, the Thames, I think they call
Thames,
it.
yeah, they do. All that English.
Maybe it's the
over-
Thames here, but it's the Thames when you're over there.
Well, it's like the Open versus the British Open.
Correct.
You can't walk around sandwich calling it the British Open, and somebody's liable to punch you in the face.
Right. They take that very seriously.
Very serious.
Yeah.
But yeah, because anything they can do to look down on us, they'll use that as an advantage. Like, you guys, I can't do it. I was doing a Howard. that was not a British accent. I apologize. But yeah,
well, we're the uncultured, street rabble.
Right.
We're blokes. They call it blokes or something like that.
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
yeah.
that's why I was rooting for Brant Snedeker or somebody like that. Like, who would have drank Bud Light out of the jug just to stick it to them?
Well, Jason Kokrak would have.
Kokrak. Yeah. Well, he would have been pushing some other stuff out there too.
Kokrak.
Yeah. You know about Kokrak, man. He's the real deal.
He is
Not
the real
Joey
deal.
Crack.
No, but he that's what they call him on tour. Joey Crack.
Oh, yeah?
Well, Jason Kokrak's his name, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I'd be like, wouldn't you want that as your nickname on tour? Nobody's hip enough to be called Joey Crack, like Fat Joe. That's all.
All right, now you got to tell us what is going on with this Uncle Cooper thing.
Well, don't you want to talk golf first?
Golf? I do that on a podcast.
All right. I thought you wanted to, did we cover the finals enough to move on? We still got an hour and 30 minutes, Mikey.
Well,
we got 5
Are you
hours.
ready to move on, or we're just going to come back?
Well, we can come back to things. You act like if we move on, there's no turning back.
Well, I want to make sure that the door's closed. I like closure when it comes to college.
Yeah.
I like making sure that we don't need to go back to anything.
No, but speaking of the golf, did you catch the Stephen Delane voiceovers? The guy from Game of Thrones?
No. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Baratheon.
He was the guy going in and out?
Yes, they did some voiceovers with some, video footage. Like they did one on Sandwich, and he's like, it's not a hoagie.
Yes.
Yeah. Did you catch that one? There were some really good ones.
That was Stannis Baratheon from Game of Thrones.
Stannis Baratheon is the character. He's Stephen Delane is his real name.
No, I didn't know.
He's really good, man. Like that guy could read the phone book and you'd listen to it.
Yeah, between he and Idris Elba, there's been
he's good too.
British kick. Idris has been doing NBA Finals, and then Stannis was doing the Open. So I don't know what it is about it. I think for some reason, right outside of Morgan Freeman, who would you say is another American voice? Because
what's his name? Ray Donovan, the guy who plays Ray Donovan. Liv Schreiber does all the stuff for like HBO, all the sports stuff. He's great.
Does he? Oh, okay. So like inside the NFL stuff. I don't even know.
He does all their like documentary stuff.
Who's this?
Liv Schreiber.
He's the guy.
He's Ray Donovan.
Ray Donovan. Yeah. You never watch that show? I don't watch it, but I know at least.
Oh, I've watched a couple of seasons.
He's been in a couple of good movies. Manchurian Candidate. And he's been in a couple of stuff.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like the British voice is always something for whatever reason we gravitate towards, right?
I know.
Well, you know, just like Jason Statham, he's one of those guys also. Statham, whatever his name is.
Oh, that actor?
Yeah, that actor. Yeah, the mechanic.
Right. He's a tough guy.
right.
Yeah. Ron reminds us Schreiber is also on Hard Knocks, so that's what you were talking about.
Yes, that's an HBO production.
Exactly. Yeah, Hard Knocks, which I don't think Inside the NFL is even on anymore, is it? If it is,
no, I don't know.
No,
but
they cut everything out of there.
Did they really?
Yeah, they don't do anything. They just do them wrap up shows now. NFL films. They don't do the great breakdowns that they used to do. They won 1,000 Emmys for.
Yeah, well, if the Cowboys are going to camp this week, that means the first episode of Hard Knocks is probably not far behind.
Right.
That'll debut in early August sometime because they'll have maybe episode 2 will be the Hall of Fame game.
Yep.
I'm kind of interested in the Cowboys.
Are you?
Yeah, because I don't like them, but I'm kind of interested in them.
You have to be.
Standpoint, or
no, has nothing to do with it. It's everything. Go back to betting.
Yeah, otherwise, like, what the hell do I care about Milwaukee? Not going to put a
can't
bet
you
on this
just enjoy
game?
sport?
No.
You know what? You could because
Go. Hold on. We're back in 3 on the network. We're still live on the JAKIB YouTube page. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, when you look at them, they're interesting as far as betting because they were first in like offense, scoring. I mean, they led the league in a lot of those categories on the offensive side of the ball. So with him coming back, with their QB coming back, man, and their running back has a lot to prove, and the 3 amigo receivers, you know what I mean? This could be a pretty good.
But wouldn't
offense.
it be great though, since now they are the odds-on favorite to win the NFC East, if it all just blew up
like it did for us last year?
It would be so great. Because then it would all be on McCarthy too. He gets fired. They'd be a mess.
But wasn't it a mess last year? They
lost a quarterback about a third of the way through the season.
That's a pretty big mess.
Yeah, then look at their offensive line was in shambles like ours.
Yeah, the running back didn't have a good year.
Yeah, he wasn't interested in playing ball.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't blame him. I wouldn't.
X gonna give it to you.
Yep.
Shan, you gonna give it to him? Look at where is this coming from, man? What is going on right now?
For the Uncle Cooper show. I'm just kidding.
Gotta
have some Russian chain going.
What was that show?
Are these real or fake?
Yeah, they're not real.
They're not real. Okay.
I can't imagine they are.
Yeah, you'd have to have a bunch of bracelets on too, and like a big gaudy watch.
Well, I'm getting there. I'm thinking what I might do is I might substitute it all with the biggest, fattest pinky ring I can find.
Oh yeah, that would be good.
Constantly pinkying out,
like as big as Barrett's Super Bowl ring.
Yes, and be instead of pointing this way, I'll just be pointing this way the whole time. You got to throw him in gulag. Now look, and I can also add this here too for you, just in case.
I mean, you are part Russian, right?
Oh yeah, half of my family. From there.
Because what did they used to call you on the old morning show? There was like it had to do something with your Russian, like a Russian criminal.
Yeah, spy.
Was it just a spy, or was there a certain word they used?
No, I think it was just that.
Oh,
he's a spy. Let me tell you something. You want cash? You want cash? You want hundreds? You want hundreds? Come on. You want hundreds?
Wow. Yes.
Throw him in gulag
right now.
Two units on Evgeny. 2 units on Evgeny. Throw him in gulag. Look at this. We're ready to go. We got a stack of hundos ready to play with here. You see this?
Wow, look at you.
Face on here.
It's all papered up. Now, this we got a new person on the chat here, breaking check mark. And it's the first thing they say is, "This is a sports talk show."
Is that what it's billed as? Oh boy. SEO purposes only, I think.
This is The Middle on the SportsMap Radio Network.
Presented by Rocket Mortgage.
Live from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, here's Eytan Shander, Barrett Brooks, and Harry Mays.
All right. Big day yesterday for anybody who was betting golf. Baseball, I guess, was going on. And outside of that, it was the NASCAR race, right?
Well, yeah, the finale of the Tour de France, too.
Oh, okay. I'm telling you, man, we need the NBA season to end so somebody can get traded or somebody to do something stupid or just ridiculous, like some book to come out in the next week and say, Bet X Better has placed $500,000 on the Cleveland Browns to win the Super Bowl or something like,
that's coming.
Yes. Actually, I think we already have a sharp that we're close to who has taken the Browns in a futures capacity. So that's why I was alluding to PGF. But
yeah, well, I think there's a couple of good sharp futures plays. The Browns are one of them, definitely. WFT, which the Philly Godfather was all over. What, a week or so ago, he put that out on social media. And I would say maybe the Los Angeles Chargers. What do you think about that as a futures bet?
Wow, that'd be a great futures bet. They got a new quarterback, new coach there. They already had a good defense. Now they can match up closing games as opposed to when their other coach was there. They could be a very, very good player.
How many games did they let slip away?
They lost to the Jets.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
At the end of the game. Come on, man. Come on.
All right. You want to see these markets here? Maybe it'll change your opinion.
Okay.
Depending on now, look, there's going to be value. The Chargers. Here's the thing. All right. If there's one team right now that I would take a flyer on for this year because of where they are currently, it would be Green Bay. But let's get back to the Chargers and we can kind of build our way up. Now, Washington is at 5,500, right?
Okay.
So it's pretty likely to believe that they will be battling with Dallas for the division and maybe with some stability at the quarterback spot could actually be a game and a half better than Dallas, right? I'm okay subscribing to that theory. Chargers, the problem I have with Ron Culver's Chargers are not necessarily the Chargers themselves. At 3,300, there's great value. Don't get me wrong.
Just because Kansas City's in the division.
And I just don't know how easy it can be to leapfrog that team. And you may have to beat Kansas City 2 of 3 times this year.
Yeah, well, if one of them's in January in the playoffs, that's all that really matters because they could be a wild card team very easily.
But then they'd have to come back and beat them, right?
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying is it's really tough. Chargers, I feel like, are going to be one of these teams where you could kind of like what the Niners were a couple of years ago, right? Where you could take a big chunk of futures bet on them, watch them roll, kind of get through, although it would be a tougher AFC for them. And then maybe you're hedging in, the second or third round of the playoffs, knowing that they don't probably have enough to win it all. But yeah, I mean, I don't hate that. Look, you could put, let's just see, what's a max bet on the Packers?
Yeah, they probably do cap it because now they know he's coming back.
5,000. I don't know if this is cap. I mean, I'm on Fox now, so who knows? Different books and all. 5K wins you 90,000.
Okay.
All right.
What about Buffalo?
1,500?
1,700.
1,700.
What about Buffalo?
The problem with Buffalo is they've lost some value, but I still think preseason you better get in Buffalo now. Now, I mean, what are we betting? Let's just make it a little more. Okay. 1,000 wins you 12,000. nets you 12,000. So you'll gross 13. So $1,000 on Buffalo at the head of the season is going to win you 12,000 with your money back if Buffalo wins it. And I don't hate Buffalo at all. I think Buffalo is fantastic. But the Packers, because there's this concern or fear about Rodgers, the Packers are out of order. Like the Packers should not, if Aaron Rodgers is playing quarterback this year for Green Bay, they should not share the same odds as Cleveland with 6 full teams in front of them. That's my opinion.
Yeah, no, that's a fact.
That's absolutely right.
That's a fact.
All right,
because they know he's coming back now. He's coming back for 1 season at least.
Yeah, 1 year.
Let's put
and he's going to bet on himself. So he's going to play lights out.
Why don't we split this 33, 33, 33? Come on. You got $100 laying. What's $300? $300 wins us 51.
You got some on your floor in there. You could just like scarf up a couple of hundreds.
Look, this is Uncle Cooper's cash. All right,
Okay.
I can't touch it yet. All right, I can't touch Uncle Cooper's
Let
money.
me Venmo you or
listening to your uncle. Go ahead.
I'm gonna send it to you, man. Cash App.
Yeah,
put 100 in there for me.
Zelle. Isn't that
Zelle it.
Bank
you
app?
know you live in a state where it's legal, right? Like you don't have to do that.
Right.
Okay. But you just don't want it traced to your name and your bank account.
Correct.
Absolutely.
It's
Absolutely.
much easier to explain why you Venmoed Shander $100 than why you were on fill in the blank betting app and placed $100 on the Green Bay Packers. What?
I play for the Packers.
Yeah, so he's saying
I could do it though.
We're going to
I play
make
for the
that a
Packers.
show bet. The Packers.
Yeah.
Okay. Now with real money though, like
Yeah.
okay. Are you
I'm
in
about
on
to
this
Venmo
too?
you? Cash App you.
What's the number?
1,700.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. Well, what's a good number for each of us to split? 100, 300, 500, like
100.
All right. So each put 100 in.
Yeah.
All right. Now 300 wins us net $5,100. All right.
Okay.
Now that's a pretty good that's a pretty good split right there.
Right.
We're taking home 1,700 apiece.
Mm-hmm.
That's profit.
Right.
All right. That's a pretty good business deal right there.
We should do
Cash
that.
money, homie.
I mean, because you make a great point. You should never be able to get Aaron Rodgers with the Packers at 17.
No question.
No. And how has this not moved? Are people still not betting them because they're concerned that Aaron Rodgers may get traded? I feel like we've hit a point right now where, if anything, it's about ensuring that Rodgers is no longer a Packer next year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Not this year.
Right. Now, can we wager on a Packers-Bills Super Bowl
You
matchup?
should be able to.
In other words, the AFC Championship odds for Buffalo and the NFC Championship odds for Green Bay. I think that could be a good bet.
I do. I don't see it here yet, but again, I can check another couple of books as well.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, you can do that. Sometimes you can't get that this far out though, right?
I don't know.
All right, how about this? I'm going to look for that really quick. Team to go 0-17. There are 4 teams on here that can possibly go 0-17. Now, the Jets and the Jaguars are not going to go 0-17,
Mm-hmm.
but look, the
Who
odds.
are the other 2 teams? Because you figured those 2 would be.
Are the Eagles one of them?
No.
No.
I'm just
No.
curious if you could max out something like. All right, so the Jags are plus 30,000. The Jets are plus 40,000. Forget
Mhm.
that. The other 2 teams are Detroit and Houston. Each at plus
Houston. Yes.
3,000.
Yeah. How about
I don't know.
Coconut is trash here, putting $20 in for a bet on the stream?
You know what, though? I think this is great. Thank you. Coconut. First off, Coconut is trash. All right. First off, let's just get the obvious out of the way. Coconut is trash is amazing as far as an account, but the actuality of the name of the account is spot on.
You don't like the Mounds bar, man?
Look,
No?
you can't mask. Putting up, I have to be careful because we're still on the radio here, so I don't want to work Ron's thumb like we did last week. But if you're putting chocolate on coconut to make it taste better, you're closer to putting chocolate on a steaming pile of feces to make it taste better.
Must you use Such extremes.
I'm just saying.
I mean, nothing
Not even
compares
close
to,
to that. Yeah.
to chocolate and peanut butter. I get it. But now all of a sudden, since it's not peanut butter, the other is feces.
I mean, it has to be all the way to the limit.
I kind of like a Mounds bar.
There's no in between with a little almond in it.
That's an Almond Joy. See, that's
Almond Joy. It's a different.
Yeah, it's the Mounds plus the almonds.
Almond Joy is nuts. Mounds does not.
Exactly.
Oh,
don't you remember those commercials?
That's next level. You're right. That's
yes. So
Coconut is Trash is a new account.
And it's great. And we love the super chat. That's a gigantic super chat. So here's what I think we should do. I think we should source, right? We're already in here. So what we should do is anybody who wants in on this bet, like Coconut is Trash has sent us $20. So we can now apply this to the pool. And you get whatever the payout is for what you put in, right? So $20 on this bet, whatever the payout for $20 bet would be, you get back. But it's all going into the same pot. So it's like this show page and everybody is invested into it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So
it's like a mutual fund.
We are. But look, you can't just put this thing in and be like, oh, hey, I'll send it. I'll owe you. You got to back it with the super chat.
Correct.
But right now we're at 320 total. All right.
Okay.
We'll continue to build this thing, maybe for the week. We'll give people a week to see if they want to jump in on this. I don't even know if this is legal, but who knows?
Has that ever stopped you before?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I'm sure. When are we worrying about that?
I wouldn't use that as a blanket statement for anybody.
Shan,
no.
How legal is ping pong in Russia? And you're talking about, is this legal?
Well,
are you kidding me?
What do you mean it's being played? Look, doesn't mean that it's not corrupt, but it's definitely legal. Like you can't be thrown in you only get thrown in the gulag after you lose as a -500 favorite, not while or beforehand.
Oh, Eytan, you got family over there. You probably have your hands tied in.
No. They all got out, man. Back in the turn of the 20th century, really the end of the 19th century, it wasn't good for Jews in the tundra. So they had to get the hell out.
See, now Colin Berger chimes in, but he comes in at $9.99. Now he's screwing up the math.
No. Look, we do the total, right? Make sure that I have this written down here. I'm gonna have to have a spreadsheet of some sort out here. That's fine.
That's never stopped you before,
right? But no, we have everybody in here. So Barrett.
Right, I'm going to PayPal you. Is that all right?
Yeah, absolutely. PayPal, whatever it may be. Let's just wait, right? But I don't want to lose value on this either, though. 1,700. So now we have Coconut. Now, again, we're going to need Coconut's info, right? Remember the store Coconuts?
Yes. Wasn't that a record store?
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
A bunch of different things. You could walk in there and get whatever you wanted. And it was really sneaky because a lot of these places that were like that didn't have many pieces of like hardware, from recording stuff to headphones, anything like that. Coconuts always had a wide variety.
Yeah, that was like a full service, like music store, if I remember. Yeah.
Probably selling t-shirts and
you could get like concert
Lucy's
shirts, like black t-shirts with like, Metallica on it.
Right.
Those are now in Target. I was walking by Target the other day. Those are now in Target. Isn't that great?
Nice.
All right, we got to take a quick break here across the board. We also have in the second hour, I want to get back to these futures. All right, the 8 Ball has put something out here, and I'm interested. Not Mr. Predicto. He's been retired until the NFL season.
Where is he? Did you break him, man?
No,
he's in cold storage.
Yeah. He's serving a bid, a 5 to 10. He might serve max. Here's the thing, though. We do have a prediction from the 8 Ball, who is part of the PGF family, and a little bit more on futures because we still will crowdsource anybody who wants to get in on this Packers bet. Ron, real quick before we break, look, John Shelton
in for $5.
Are you in on this? Ron Culver.
I don't gamble.
Every day you're on this show, there's a gamble. What are you talking about?
That's enough gamble for me to survive for an entire week.
Look, I'm just telling you.
I literally just have my finger on the red button all the time now.
I'm telling you, man.
That's you know, that's the most I'll want to do.
Your Uncle Cooper has got a tidbit for you coming up. We got a lot of things happening here. It is the middle. All right, we're back in 3 Across the Board, live and local from the Fritz and B and Cooley studios. If you know someone who suffered a personal injury, have them contact Brian Fritz directly, a tough lawyer for a tough town. The middle is sponsored by Pure Bull Beef Jerky. Get yours now. Go to steersnacks.com.
If you missed any of today's show on the JAKIB Media channel, listen to the podcast on your way home. Available on YouTube, Apple, and Spotify. The savoring taste of a good bag of beef jerky is so enjoyable at any time of the day, as long as you can find it. Here's what we suggest. Pure Bull Beef Jerky is our answer, and soon it will be yours. Locally produced in the Philadelphia region, this high-quality, healthy protein snack is easy to secure. Go to steersnacks.com, and you'll see hot garlic, tropical heat, Pure Bull dry rub, and our favorite, Huck and Fod. What's that? Huck and Fod. Go now to steersnacks.com.
In the Wildwoods, our free beaches are spacious and welcoming with plenty of room to spread out. Your seat will be waiting for you when you're ready to visit. The Wildwoods, creating cherished family memories for generations.
Attention women of South Jersey and the Delaware Valley. Sign up right now with Our Lady NRA instructor, Nayara Andrzak, who will teach you gun safety as part of this 3-hour safety class, which is being held at Delaware Valley Sports Center in Philadelphia. For information, drop an email to info@DelawareValleySportsCenter.com. That's info@DelawareValleySportsCenter.com. Learn the fundamentals at Delaware Valley Sports Center. You can't miss.
Are you looking for a place to track your action, purchase picks, and share your sports betting analysis with the gambling community? Check out JAKIB Sports, a social media platform with an unparalleled experience catered for the sports betting community. On the JAKIB Sports app, you can track all your NFL, NBA, and college basketball picks while getting real-time updates and injury reports all in one convenient place. Start building your following today and stand out amongst your friends by downloading the JAKIB Sports app on the Apple and Google Play stores. Let's cash some tickets and put it on Book It.
The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local Union 98, is a proud sponsor of The Labor Show with J. Doc and Krause every Saturday night from 6 till 8 p.m. IBEW Local 98's highly trained and superbly skilled electricians are the best in the business, setting the highest safety standards in the electrical industry. So when you're planning your next industrial, commercial, or residential project, choose an IBEW Local 98 union contractor. Learn more at IBEW98.org.
Man, it takes forever to upload these software updates.
It takes hours.
Yeah.
All right.
a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern.
Did you get that text I sent you, Eytan?
Yeah.
It's got that audio of Giannis.
Okay. So it's on your Twitter.
Yeah.
That's all.
This is The Middle on the SportsMap Radio Network.
Presented by Rocket Mortgage.
Live from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, here's Eytan Shander, Barrett Brooks, and Harry Mays.
I saw a couple of futures here.
Now, is this the Ask the 8 Ball?
This is the 8 Ball.
Okay. Magic 8 Ball.
Patriots plus 3,300. 9. I'm telling you, there's something. We talked, you guys hate the Patriots futures. I really like that. Just like you guys like the Chargers and you guys like, who is it, Washington?
Well, who's the quarterbacks? Mac Jones is going to lead the Patriots to the Super Bowl?
No, I think it's going to be
Cam Newton,
a revitalized Cam Newton. Look, Cam Newton's just going to be one of these dudes who's not going to screw stuff up.
What do you have? Like a surgically renewed arm or something?
Right.
He couldn't get the ball down the field.
Yeah,
couldn't throw past 40 yards.
Hey, you know what? how many times have you sat, both of you, and broke stuff down ahead of time, got into this pregame mentality about what can't happen, what won't happen, and then you go out there and you know what happens? Football. Football happens. And you know who's in charge of football? The guy in the hoodie up in
Belichick. Well, he was in charge of it last year, too, with the same quarterback, and they stunk.
Well, everybody needs a year of humility.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what Giannis was talking about, humility.
All right, we'll get to that coming up. If Belichick can't get it, then gulag. All right, we're back in 3 here. Or 6 on a network. That's all. Now, look, Niners plus 1,400. How about this? Pats over 9 wins. Pats division plus 350. Giants over 7 wins. Mahomes under 50-50 passing yards.
Ooh.
I might get in on all of these just on the strength of the 8 ball alone.
No, wait, what do you mean under 50-50? 5,050?
Correct.
Okay.
Oh, man, this might be time to jump in. This isn't even your Uncle Cooper giving these out.
Well, is Uncle Cooper going to make an appearance on the screen?
He might have to.
Yeah.
He's got plays.
I need to know the origin of this thing. Like, where did this come from? Every time he sends a text, Barrett, he sends this text of this guy in this what kind of diving suit? It's like a diving helmet, right?
He's a tire guy. Mr. Cooper tires. I don't know where. I'm trying to figure out where we're going.
Come on, man. Uncle Cooper? Jesus. It's your Uncle Cooper. This is like this new god-awful ad campaign, right? So, you remember this,
Your
dude?
great-grandma used to tell Uncle Cooper the best stories, like Goldilocks and the Cooper tires. The Coopers are just right. Goldie's no sucker. What a lady. Go with the Coopers. Cooper.
That's that guy?
Yeah, that's the guy
him?
that's the ratio from Tilly, you know, the bean to meat ratio guy.
Yeah, that what is that guy most famous for? Right?
For his tires, yeah, for Cooper tires.
No. He was in a lot of other stuff before. This is like the latest ad campaign. And it's just so stupid that I started taking him and throwing, like, if I hit bets and I put them out there, I just started saying to people, like, you should have listened to you because they don't know what it means. So I'm like, you should have listened to your Uncle Cooper. That's what you should have done. You should have listened to your Uncle Cooper. Cooper tires are just right. What's he from?
I can't get past the necklaces right now. Look, he's got a Huntington Valley golf shirt on with gold necklaces.
Could you imagine? I'm coming out here.
You should go to the club with those tomorrow.
Patty Masters looking at me like, geez, you know. I know we let Jews in, but geez, like with the chains.
We do have a quota.
This is like when you walk on the Red Sea, right? And you see all of the Israeli and Moroccans out there, and they're great because you couldn't tell the difference between either one from 2 feet out, right? There's all the, but it's like, you know, there's nothing like it. I remember as a kid, you'd go over there, you just see so many people that had like, this is light. You'd have like 4 of these on, right? And that's it. And what's crazy is that they don't even have a tan because everybody takes them off to tan and then they put them on when they stroll the beach. It's amazing, man. I'll never.
Well, I keep on thinking of the Clash. I keep on thinking of the Clash when I look at you like this, man. I don't know why it reminds me of the Clash, man. They're from England. Now they're not even from like Russia or anything, but you just look like somebody from the Clash, man.
Like Joe Strummer.
The Clash.
The Clash. Now it's telling me I still have 9 more minutes remaining. It's told me this for the last hour and a half.
What are you doing?
I'm
it goes 20 minutes.
An operating system, an upgrade in my computer, and it's taken an hour and a half.
Ooh. Oh yeah. Well, hey, look, I did that like 3 weeks ago, and I went to bed, woke up the next day,
and it was still on.
And it had 4 minutes on it. And that 4 minutes lasted another 45
minutes.
Yeah,
it's like an NBA game. Like the 4 minute lasted 45 minutes.
Are you on dial-up? Like, what is going on here?
No, I'm on the hardwired stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, I got the Xfinity business line in here.
Oh, man. Saquon doesn't know when he'll be ready to play, by the way.
Is that right?
He does not have an answer as to when he'll be ready to go.
Ooh.
bro. I can't do it, man.
That could be tough sledding for Daniel Jones until he comes back.
Oh, really, really tough. I can't do it, man. I can't think that they're going to be anything without Saquon.
Nope.
You know, you bet the farm on that. If he's there, they got a legitimate shot, even beating, Dallas.
Right now, I know the Eagles play Dallas early in the season in September, but I don't think they play the Giants until late both times. So he'll be back by then.
Right.
Yeah.
The Cowboys.
No, the Giants.
No,
they don't play the Eagles early. I don't think.
Play them late, yeah. The last third of the season.
That's what it is. Last third.
Yeah.
But still, the thing is more so about how big of a hole they may be in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because
leading up to that,
like how many Barkley can't miss games. They're not good enough for him to miss games. We saw that last year. I don't care. You had Kenny Golladay or the rookie kid who's good. Don't get me wrong that they added Tony, right?
Yeah. Kadarius Toney from Florida.
Yeah,
receiver.
They don't play the Eagles until November 28th. That's like Thanksgiving week.
That's tough, man.
But they start off Denver at Washington football team, Atlanta, New Orleans at Dallas. That's their first 5 games.
I'll say this. Offensively, they'll be okay, even with Daniel Jones.
Right.
His defensively is going to hurt him. There he is.
There he
Now,
is.
what's the first thing you think of? This guy's been around. Lenny Veneto. This guy's been around forever. But he's been in The Sopranos. He's been in.
He's one of those character actors.
Yes. You know what he was in too? Ron plays it a lot. Why do I always blank on the damn name of the HBO show with the New Zealand cats, Ron? Flight of the Valkyries.
Your life.
Here we go.
Rocket
What?
Live from the O'Reilly
Concourse,
Auto Parts Studios. Here's Eytan Shander, Barrett Brooks, and Harry May.
All right, we're back here, and Uncle Cooper has finally made his appearance on the program. This is a man who is probably the most famous, non-famous person in Hollywood, right? Like, this guy has been around forever. I remember him. He was in The Sopranos. He was in Flight of the Conchords, which is another HBO show, completely different, opposite ends of it, right?
What was he in The Sopranos?
I'll tell you. He was like, I think somebody involved in that credit card scheme.
Oh, okay.
I can tell you, but you know his face, right?
I've seen the face. I can't place it though. So he's got one of those faces where I'm like, I know I've seen it, but I can't place it.
Men in Black 2. He's been in a lot of stuff, you know?
Now, how does he land the Cooper Tire gig?
Well, that's what I mean. I think I think he is a commercial actor, like somebody who gets hired for the commercials.
Mm-hmm.
And James Murmur Zancone. So he was in 9 episodes of The Sopranos, man. Is that what he's I don't think that's what he's most famous for.
No, because I mean,
I just know him from the perfect bean to meat ratio in Chile.
What do you mean? What
is that a commercial?
That's a commercial, a Cooper Tires commercial, yes.
Oh, so it's Cooper.
Yeah.
But he was doing everything before Cooper. He was in Men in Black 2, Men in Black 3. He was on Curb. He was on
Curb?
Yeah, it was one guy on Curb. One armed man on Curb. Like, he just pops in. He just pops in. Kevin Can Wait. Remember that reboot of King of Queens? He was on that. The Blacklist, Harry. That's your show.
No, that was my mom's show.
Okay. Telling you, this guy,
She loves that James Spader. And the Blacklist.
Fantastic.
Spader.
Look, man, when Uncle Cooper's giving plays out, you better listen. That's all I'm saying, okay? We're back.
That's where it all came from right there.
Used to tell all these stories about Goldilocks. Well, how about Gold Locks? All right, we're back at 3 on network. Giants over 7 wins, and that can't be a coincidence here.
Well, that's where you know him from. He was on King of Queens, 91 LX Extras. Hit it right on the head.
Well, what is Kevin Can Wait? Well, that was a spinoff?
Yes. It wasn't a spinoff. It was Kevin James' new comedy.
Oh,
where he was like a dad who was I think either a cop or a retired cop, and his daughter is. It basically would be like fast forwarding King of Queens, and they didn't have Leah Remini at first; they had somebody else, and then I think they brought her back, and that's what it was. It was
okay.
Look, Kevin James is going to be funny in certain areas, but it struggled. It's not King of Queens. And no, that guy was not on King of Queens, just so people know.
He wasn't. Not Cornette. He said he was on a reoccurring role for seasons 2 and 3.
Was King of Queens related to
King of Queens? I didn't see him on that.
Everybody Loves Raymond in some way?
It was technically a spinoff in that he was Ray's mailman, I believe.
Oh, okay.
And played on like his basketball team. Kevin James was a buddy of his. He made a couple of appearances on
Everybody Loves Raymond. Yeah.
It's kind of like, I mean, it wouldn't even be like a direct spinoff. He wasn't as involved if like his brother had a spinoff, right? The big guy.
Yeah.
But
his brother did have a spin. He did have a show.
Oh, that's right.
His own show. That's Garrett. His last name's Garrett, right? Yeah.
Brian Garrett?
No, I don't think it's Brian.
Brad Garrett.
Brad Garrett. That's it. Yeah, he did have a show.
Here's
a good question though.
Yeah.
Who is the better mother and father? Costanza's mom and dad or Raymond's mom and dad? Because Raymond's mom and dad were tremendous too.
Yeah, they were.
Oh, they were funny as all get out.
There they were. I'm gonna go with that because I've watched that.
All right, hold on a second. I think we need to answer your question and then need to see where they rank all time on the list of mom and pops.
Are they on the Mount Rushmore of mom and pops?
I think. Look, I think you have to put both the Jeffersons and the Bunkers on the Mount Rushmore, right?
Yes.
I mean, George Jefferson
was phenomenal.
I mean, like, God,
dude, the way that guy walked was just hilarious.
Come on, best mom and pop combo. First off, I would go. Here's the thing. I would go Costanza's only because of the comedy element of it, but their dad was great. Like their dad is Harry, just there's this great. All right, I'll tell you in a second.
Says I got about a minute remaining, Barrett.
This is the middle.
We're in the final minute of an NBA game.
Presented by Rocket
It's gonna be on
Park Studio.
12:53.
Eytan Shander, Barrett Brooks, and Harry May.
All right, now we still at some point have to look back and talk about what happened with Colin Morikawa. A couple of big tickets hit, nice parlay that I was able to hit on Saturday. I shared with the boys. So it was a pretty good weekend overall in golf and a crazy storyline as well that happened. Harry brought up a good question, though, because somehow we got into Everyone Loves Raymond and the Costanzas. And it just, as far as who would you take top mom and pop combo between the Costanzas and the Barones? And then also where the Barones and the Costanzas rank all time on the Mount Rushmore of mom and pops in a sitcom.
Now, do we get Kevin Kincaid? Do we dispatch him this week to do this on Crossing Broad?
See, here's the thing. We don't necessarily need to dispatch because he or somebody he has like a minion is out here listening and taking content that he can recycle.
Because he's always mining for content, which then he can recycle. You're right.
He's the M. Night of Crossing Broad. But there's this great.
You still haven't seen that movie, have you?
It's not even out yet. And here's okay. I talked about this with Harry the other week when you were out. All right. I'm going to come back to that. Trust me. I'm even going to make a note about it. All I would say to you and anybody else is look up Sandcastle. Look up the graphic novel called Sandcastle, and you'll know exactly what this whole thing is about because M. Night just stole it and then bought it. So he pulled a Tarantino. Anyway, that aside, we'll get to that. I promise, Barrett. There's this great promo because King of Queens reruns run on TV Land, which also has the Everyone Loves Raymond reruns. So you'll see promos for Everyone Loves Raymond. And there's this great, I don't even know the episode. I couldn't even tell you what it is. But Frank, who I believe is the name, Frank Barone is the name of the dad on there. He's Harry. I'm telling you.
Oh, he's awesome.
He comes in. He's like, turn up the TV. I'm coming back and I'll be eating something crunchy.
Yeah, he's
Like,
phenomenal.
See Harry just yelling at his 2 kids that he doesn't have. You know, they're all grown up.
Right.
He's walking around like he doesn't give a rat's ass. Wife is yelling. Liam is yelling about something. He can't even hear it. He doesn't even understand what she says anymore because the language is different. The 2 kids are there just to make sure that they're watching the game. Turn this crap off and put the game on already, will you?
Right.
Dude, you're Frank Barone.
Yeah, that's not bad.
That's a compliment, by the way.
He was always way too interested in eating, though. Like, I'm not obsessed with food or what my next meal is going to be.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the one difference.
Okay, I'll give you that.
I mean, his character was literally a guy who would be eating a meal and thinking about what the next meal already before you even finished lunch.
I agree.
Yeah.
So from that standpoint, yes, sorry, Barrett.
That's one of those things, you know, I think about sometimes, bro. I think about that.
While you're eating breakfast, you're thinking about lunch. well, I mean, you are 6'5", 300+ pounds, so maybe there's something to that.
And here's the beauty of it.
No, man, but seriously,
man, temperament of Frank Barone, but if anybody on the show or basically that we know could get away with acting like Frank, it'd be you. Like, nobody's going to tell you, hey, man, we're not watching a game tonight. If you come in and say, turn up the TV, I'm coming back with something crunchy, then the whole house is going to shake, but that's just not you.
But I can see Harry doing that now.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that it?
Totally. Yeah, well, just like take out the something crunchy and put a reference to a cocktail or something.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
And I'm drinking something brown.
Right. Yeah. Yes. That's perfect.
Turn up the TV. I'm coming back and I'll be drinking something brown.
And for lunch, I'm going to have a...
Yeah.
It always leads back to that.
Oh,
always leads back to that. We all know it. We all see it. We all see it.
Kevin,
we all know it.
Now, Fresh Prince, Uncle Phil, I would put up there, but you know they swapped Aunt Viv out, so you'd have to go old Aunt Viv. I think they come in as a nice honorable mention. Uncle Phil was fantastic.
Yeah, he was.
The swapping of Aunt Viv, nothing wrong with the new Aunt Viv, but you know the old Aunt Viv was OG. So, man, this is tough. We're going to have to come up with a bunch of names to figure out who makes the cut, who doesn't. I think you have to put the Jeffersons, the Bunkers. I mean, look, I personally, when I watched Seinfeld, I personally got excited with the idea of seeing George and Estelle Costanza, or Frank and Costello Costanza. Like, the Costanzas on Seinfeld were unlike any character we have ever seen on television.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen the Irish, the Jewish, the Italian, the black, the white from the South. Like, we've seen all of these different but at no point have we ever seen this eccentric, like crazy, paranoid, and loud. I mean, I'm telling you, you could walk into a house, any house on Midland Parkway in Queens, and find some variation of the Costanzas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very true to life.
And they used to drive him crazy, didn't they? I mean, he just hated to be around them because they'd always embarrass him, do something crazy.
Isn't that it though? I mean, that's the thing, right? Like, Jerry could hang with his parents and all this other stuff, and yes, it was like driving them crazy about it. Are we missing an obvious one? We got a couple on Twitter. I did put it out and tag you guys. Everyone Loves Raymond, George and Wheezy.
Well, what about
the Barones?
The Cunninghams from Happy Days?
Iconic.
Who's that? Marie Ross. Wasn't she Mrs. Cunningham?
Was she?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that was her name.
Do you put them above any of the names that we've mentioned?
Well, they were pivotal in that show.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, but they didn't outshine the Fonz.
No, nobody.
No.
You know.
Okay, that's what? Great point, right there.
Yeah.
Is the couple has to be the dominant force on screen.
Right.
Okay, so,
Yeah.
so no matter who was, if it was Meathead or his wife, or if it was anybody on the Jeffersons, including Archie, making a guest appearance, like it didn't matter when George Jefferson was on television or Archie Bunker and their wives as well, especially the combo. And I'm talking about the combo. Maybe that's what knocks Uncle Phil and Aunt Viv down just a small peg, is that Will Smith shined on that show. But Uncle Phil did too. I don't know. What are you saying, Barrett?
Well, I mean, you look at the Cosbys, but I mean, I know it's not vogue to say that right now, but say what you want to say. They were the show.
Yeah, I think the show itself
was a show. Yeah,
was definitely built. I mean, Felicia Rashad was the strongest person on that show,
right?
And it was meant to be like that, right? To highlight the mother, the matriarch of the family. That's why Bill was always doing stupid, crazy stuff, getting himself into the trouble with the pudding pie, like all the other stuff.
We can't even talk about him right
now.
No, he's off limits.
You're right.
He's bad for business.
Get him out.
Yeah. Now, I'm looking at a list here of the worst TV dads, and guess who is number one?
What do you mean by worst?
What?
Worst as in like, man, that guy's a pain. Like worst as in bad, like they weren't good on television, bad acting.
No, I think they were just like bad fathers.
So like Al Bundy, for example.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. Homer Simpson is one of them.
It's got to be. He and
he's
Peter
number
Griffin
5.
have to be. I mean, if you're going to put Homer, then Peter Griffin's even worse.
Right.
Yeah, he's not on here. There's only 5.
Okay.
So George Bluth Snur from Arrested Development made the list.
Oh, is he? Okay, I know what you're talking about.
Frank Barone is number 4.
Yeah, he was not a good dad.
No, he wasn't.
No.
Which is what made him funny.
Absolutely. He just wasn't a good dad.
Tony Soprano's number 2, but number 1 is Frank Costanza.
Boy, I tell you, here's the thing. The difference between Barone and Costanza is that the Costanzas would at least be somewhat loving to George and helping George. They let him stay at his house, all this other stuff. Like Frank Barone was kind of like, don't bother me with your feelings. Type.
Right. Yeah.
Like, exactly. I don't want to hear your feelings. Right. Look at this crap. I'm eating a peanut butter jelly sandwich and I'm watching a football game.
Right.
Toasted.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Oh,
I'm looking again at these futures, by the way. I know we got to take a quick one here on
which ones?
Network.
Oh, the football?
Yeah, I just player futures.
Well, how about Lindros's parents, or maybe Donovan McNabb's parents?
Sports, yeah. I mean, I think they
worst sports families.
Yeah. Can you put the Mannings up there just because they're annoying, or no?
No. Marinovich would have to be on that list.
How many were there?
Well, the father, at least.
Okay, yeah.
Who'd be worse than the Lindros, though? I mean, they were the agent. I mean, everything for him. They changed our sports.
They got his ass
forever.
They'd be number 1 on Bob Clark's list. I could tell you that.
No, that's definitely true. All right, let's look at there are a couple of player ones I want to get your thoughts on here. We also have to hear from Morikawa. Morikawa, I tell you, that was great theater yesterday. And I could not make it up. Like, I passed out in the second quarter of the NBA game on Saturday because over the last 4 days, I have been excited and also energetic and up to watch golf anywhere from 2 a.m. to 5:30, 6 a.m. on the weekend. So it's pretty cool to do that, to be able to pop on television if you're dealing with insomnia or you're just, tending to a baby, whatever it may be.
Yeah, I didn't really get into the Open Championship as much this year as I normally do.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, let's explore that. Why? I'm curious. Why?
I just don't like the golf course.
Ah,
that's one of the spots they go where it's kind of blah to me.
I tell you, that rough, I know what it's like to shoot 100+ out of stuff like that. I can't imagine. You've both of you have
Some of those guys made miraculous shots out of there.
Ridiculous. And you see guys like falling back. It's the equivalent of when you're up in the air, you have to adjust your bodies all over.
You're contorting.
This floater. All right, quick one here across the board. If you've just popped in, leave us a like. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. I do see the over-unders popping in for Teddy as well. And look, there's this one futures that I just can't get around. So we'll hit on that coming up next. It's the middle.
I get scared sometimes.
Of a lot of things.
Joining in.
Decisions.
The dark.
The dark.
But I once heard someone say,
But as I always say,
it's okay to be afraid.
as long as you face the fear.
And keep moving forward.
Wherever you are in life, count on the name trusted in insurance for over 80 years. Independence Blue Cross.
The savoring taste of a good bag of beef jerky is so enjoyable at any time of the day, as long as you can find it. Here's what we suggest. Pure Bull beef jerky is our answer, and soon it will be yours. Locally produced in the Philadelphia region, this high-quality, healthy protein snack is easy to secure. Go to steersnacks.com, and you'll see hot garlic, tropical heat, Pure Bull dry rub, and our favorite, Huck and Fod. What's that? Huck and Fod. Go now to steersnacks.com.
Welcome to the Wildwoods, the perfect place where you can safely do everything or nothing at all. Catch a wave, take a nap, go for a drive, grab a bite. It's your vacation, and we're doing everything we can to make it a safe one. The Wildwoods. Your vacation, your way.
The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local Union 98, is a proud sponsor of The Labor Show with J-Doc and Krause every Saturday night from 6 till 8 p.m. IBEW Local 98's highly trained and superbly skilled electricians are the best in the business, setting the highest safety standards in the electrical industry. So when you're planning your next industrial, commercial, or residential project, choose an IBEW Local 98 union contractor. Learn more at ibew98.org.
On the field of life, First Trust Bank is there for you.
Champions on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Because Philadelphia dreams deserve a Philadelphia bank.
This is a key. It's a family tree. It's a pair of wings. It's a secret handshake. And a ticket to anywhere in the world. It's more than a uniform. It's the door to a world most people only dream of. There's Strong, and then there's Army Strong. Try it on at GoArmy.com.
Mortgage.
Live from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios, here's Eytan Shander, Barrett Brooks, and Harry Mays.
All right, what else you got here?
Well, I mean, you were asking me why I wasn't all that caught up in the Open Championship as I normally am. Now, I got to qualify this because I watched all of it. Okay. So it wasn't like I wasn't watching. I didn't watch it in real time. I went out and played golf yesterday and came home and DVR'd the whole thing and went through it as soon as I got home. But I saw Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I had it on. Saturday, I stayed home and watched it all day.
That was great.
Okay.
I was in between shows. I'm surprised. Is it just because of the golf course alone? Like
I wasn't into the golf course. I got to be honest with you. But also the fact that it was like San Diego Chamber of Commerce weather they had for 4 straight frickin' days, which is so unlike it usually is over there. I mean, when you watch the Open, you kind of want to see them have to deal with some of the elements. I mean, there wasn't even any wind. I had more blustery wind at my place yesterday and cloudy skies than they had all week.
Yep. I will agree with you there. I don't know what the equivalent would be in another sport, except maybe, I don't know, like playing. If the Super Bowl was one spot, right? Or maybe the Super Bowl was a combination of like rotating every 4 years. It would be one spot every 4 years. And 3 of those 4 places would be indoors, dome, and the other places MetLife, right? New York, outdoors, January, February.
Right.
And normally, you're screwed if you're every 4th year and you're playing up there. But here comes the weather machine, Roger Goodell, whoever the president is. They push the button, the clouds open up, and you're thinking to yourself, this Super Bowl should be in the snow and the mud.
Yes.
Yeah, and I got 110-degree weather. Like I should be out in Hawaii enjoying it.
Right. That's a very good analogy.
Honestly, I can see that because it made it, I'll tell you, it made it really difficult to bet on Sunday. I know it's bad, but really, I think from the entertainment / betting / whatever you want standpoint, it's a variable that I think we've come to know and accept in golf at that specific tournament. So I could see you and others kind of feeling gypped.
What was Morikawa on Sunday morning? Plus 250 or something?
Yes, he was plus 250.
Yeah.
So, the value was gone. Here's the crazy part about it. Remember, I'll take you back. Barrett, I don't know if were you here when we talked about that crazy number? I think you were. What day did you take off last week? Do you remember?
Thursday.
Yeah.
So this must have been Wednesday because we had Max on from Awesemo on Tuesday, I believe. And then Wednesday, or maybe Max came on Wednesday, Tuesday, whatever it may be. But Harry had that list of criteria. Remember?
I think that was Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday. I think we went through that.
There was only one guy who fit, or there were 4 technically, who fit all of the criteria.
Right.
Mickelson, Brooks Koepka, Oosthuizen, and Rory. So I put a futures bet on all 4 of them just for the hell of it. And of all things, Louis Oosthuizen actually had a chance to win it. But now, what was the bigger collapse? Was it Phoenix losing 3 straight or Oosthuizen losing 3 days worth of a lead? Not that he was up by 10, but still.
No. Boy. Well, I mean, Chris Paul, has kind of been, he's never done it in the finals. Right. Oosthuizen has been on Sunday with major tournaments in the balance many other times, and he just can't close.
Yeah.
I mean, when you saw that bunker shot, first of all, he's in the fairway on 7, the easiest hole in the golf course, the par 5 on the front, and he puts it into the bunker. You knew that was a loose swing, and the nerves were starting to mount. Then he's in the sand in 2, needs to get up and down for a birdie, because if you don't birdie that hole, you're essentially throwing a couple shots back to the field. He hits it out of the bunker and gets all ball and puts it over the green into the other bunker. That's when you knew the wheels had come off. Like he had nothing. And Morikawa made birdie there and then hits an unbelievable iron into 8. His approach to 8 was like, that's when the tournament was over.
Yeah.
Just start etching his name in the trophy right now.
Ridiculous, man. To see a guy like that take command. But then back to the whole Super Bowl analogy, I think he had the lowest or tied for the lowest 72-hole score in a major, or at least at the Open. And it's like, come on, man. Sunday, the heavens opened up. Like, that shouldn't be that. I know it's a difficult course if you miss, but it's a controllable course if you don't have any wind. That's my point of it.
Right. Wind's the big defense over there. But as the golf course baked out and started to get drier and harder, that was also a defense too. But yeah, Morikawa, I mean, he's the first player to ever win both the PGA and the Open Championship in their debut. And he's the second player ever to win both the PGA and the Open prior to being 25 years old. That other player, Tiger Woods.
Dude, this kid's 24 years old.
He's unbelievable. Yeah.
And I don't know, Barrett, if you caught any of it because it was earlier in the day, but going back to body language, there was like this guy had such a command of just who he was out there. Like there was never a look of uncertainty on him.
Mm-hmm. He's unflappable.
Yeah, it was a man for 24 years old.
Yeah.
Being out
plays
there.
like he's 40 years old. He plays like he's had a 15 years on tour experience.
It's amazing. But how often do we see that, right? Like there's a rookie quarterback or like there's a second-year player and they're commanding the huddle and everybody's like, man, this dude looks like he's been in the league forever.
He's special.
And
That's
more,
what he is.
yeah, I think we're watching somebody, and I'm not going to say he's Tiger Woods.
No,
He had a Rory run technically, but at 24 years old in some huge, a playoff, remember that he won, winning the Open Championship, coming from behind, and just having nerves of steel at 24, this kid could be worth watching.
He's the youngest player to ever win the Open when trailing entering the final round since Seve Ballesteros did it in 1979.
Come on.
Yeah. He's third all-time to win multiple majors when trailing through 54 holes before the age of 25. The other two guys, some guy named Jack Nicklaus and Bobby Jones.
Just those guys, right?
Yeah, just those guys.
I feel like we're in the honestly, I feel like we're in the like Mahomes has done this stage, or a young quarter, or somebody young has come out. It takes a little longer in the NBA because guys usually don't come in right away and win. But it feels like that. It feels like we're having these same conversations.
It's historic.
Yes,
He's historic. He's already in the Hall of Fame. Think of that. 24 years old. He's already in the Hall of Fame.
I agree.
He already has his gold jacket ready for him.
They don't
green
give a
jacket.
Gold, green. No, now he's got to win a green jacket now.
Yeah,
that's next. Yeah.
So that's tough, man. But when you're at that point in your career,
yeah,
that's when things start lighting up for you. Either you're gonna crash and burn, or you're gonna go and keep on going up. So he's at that stage where as an athlete, either you're gonna turn the corner, or you're gonna crash and burn, man. And I've seen a lot of athletes crash and burn instead of getting better.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That's tough. Expectations start mounting up.
The thing that worries me about him,
hold on real quick. We're going to break on the network. We'll be back in 3 on Sports Map Radio. Go ahead.
The thing that worries me about him, maybe derailing an otherwise all-time career where he could, maybe get 8, 9, 10, majors, is the putting grip. He's already got some, a bunch of goofy putting grips. And usually when guys that young are already, using this claw and then changing it to that's a worrisome thing.
Oh yeah, that's superstition, man.
Well,
yeah, that has a lot to do with superstition. Yeah. I played with Jeff Reed, my kicker from Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
This dude was so into, all right, if he missed a kick, he changed his whole approach to the game. You know what I'm
really?
Saying? Like I literally watched him one time during the game take his shoe off and put his shoe on 31 times. He take it off, put it back on,
31?
tie it, 31 times, tie it, he tucked the ears in on the side, look at it, take it right back off. I mean, he did it 31 times in the game. And I just was paying attention to him do it. And then, I was going to say something to him, but I decided not to. Like, man, that would really turn him over to, he'd probably go crazy then. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
One flew over the cuckoo's nest. He would just go, like, why would you even say that?
Like dude who went nuts in the Super Bowl. Remember him?
Barrett Brooks.
Not Barrett Brooks. I was thinking that too. That's why I said, dude. I knew it was Barrett and not Jason Barrett. What the hell was the guy's name? The center.
He played for the Raiders.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he just went MIA.
He went crazy the week of the Super Bowl.
Not
he went crazy.
MIA, but he went missing in action.
What was his last name was Barrett?
Come on.
Was it Barrett?
Barrett Robbins. Barrett
Robbins.
Yeah. Not Baskin Robbins. Although he was a basket. He was a basket head. This guy. Oof. Man, I tell you. I'm doing this. Have you guys ever used this?
I just sent you. You have Cash App?
Yep, I saw it.
Okay, I'll just make sure you got it.
I'm selling my car, but it's all online. Like I'm not doing anything. There's a place called Vroom. I don't know if you've ever used it.
No.
I don't have to go anywhere. They gave me a number for it. Everything checks out. That's the cash I get. I can pay it off, and then they'll pay off the remaining balance as well. I just don't go anywhere. It's called Vroom. I'm checking it out. So I've gone through all the process now, and the last I need is just to pay off. There's like a grand or so of negative balance, but then they pay negative equity. They pay what I owe, and they give me a check for what it's worth. I just flip that to the loan, and then I'm good.
You're listening to The Middle on the Sports Map Radio Network.
Presented by Rocket Mortgage.
Live from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. Here's Eytan Shander, Barrett Brooks, and Harry Mays.
We are back, and I just saw this here. Trust it as much as you like. A bettor at a certain book just threw down $4K on the Philadelphia Eagles plus 12,500 to win the Super Bowl. That would win 500,000.
Wow.
Now, I don't trust at all the person who made that bet isn't connected in some way, even if it's by 2 to 6 degrees of separation to this same book.
Yeah.
Or that's somebody who needs to show a loss. Right?
Yeah.
It's pretty easy. You need to show a loss at the end of the year. It's pretty easy to just throw 4,000 on a book.
You're talking about for taxes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm talking about for taxes, man. You need to show a loss. What better way than to put 4,000 on something that, hey, it may.
It's never going to happen.
Exactly.
I learn something every day. But what if they win?
It's like look, if they win, then it's kind of a good problem to have. Look, chances are, if you need to show a loss, this isn't the only way you're showing a loss, right? If you need to put an L on some of your books, it's probably not going to be just one bet. In fact, look, at some point it'll be suspicious, but I would throw like 4 or 5 futures bets. The Jags, the Jets, the Eagles, Texans. Why not, right? Then you know for certain you're going to lose all that money.
No question. Bet anything with the Titans. I mean the Texans. The Texans may not win a game. You're right. They may not win a game. It's going to be absolute turmoil.
You can bet that.
In that city. I mean, it all stems from even during the basketball season. That city is cursed, even more so than our city.
Plus 3,000. Plus 3,000. I mean, that's the same odds Louis Oosthuizen had to win the damn thing. Would you not, though?
I mean, if you just want to throw money away.
Hold on a second. Houston Texans to go 0-17, you think is throwing money away? Oh, look, I could only max out at $25. Isn't that ridiculous?
Yeah, that's a joke.
All right, well, then that's out.
Forget it.
I mean, I want to pay big money here. What about Detroit? Can I max out on Detroit? 25, still the same thing. No way. Okay, take that back. What about Jacksonville?
They're not going to win
winless. Win $7,500.
No, they got
they've got Houston in their division.
You're right.
I mean, think about that. Like Houston and Jacksonville will probably each get a win by beating each other once.
Right. They're going to cancel each other out.
Yeah.
What about the flip side? What about if I gave you odds for a team to go 17-0? Who's the team that you would most like to place odds on going 17-0?
We'll put your money on this.
Well, it's not
Cleveland.
Tampa.
Cleveland will not win over 9 games.
Well, we can get to that. But I don't think the number is good for that, like the return on that. But
I mean, the obvious choice is Kansas City, right?
$25 max bet, not for me. Just to win $12.50?
Yeah, that's true.
On something that's like not even probable. Tampa? Would you put money on Tampa?
No. You could get Colin Morikawa right now for the Masters at plus 2,200.
I like that better than the 17-0.
Why is that?
I just looked it up.
He just won it open.
Yeah, I mean, that's, you got to really be able to putt your tail off to win that tournament.
Okay. All right. And you just talk about this.
These greens are slow over at the Open Championship too.
Okay.
They're not slow at Augusta. Dustin Johnson's the favorite, along with John Rahm, Jordan Spieth, Justin Thomas. Why would you put him as a favorite to win the Masters? I am out of the Justin Thomas business.
Me too.
Okay.
I don't want any part of Justin Thomas. JT.
Yeah. And this whole Rory thing. It doesn't surprise me when he stinks. I don't know why it surprises me when JT stinks. They're the same.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I'm out of there. I'm out of that business.
You can make that argument now. I don't trust Spieth. I know he played well, but it was.
But he's going to battle.
He will, and I think
he
battled just like he battled this weekend. Here's a guy. I don't know how he can putt, but I know you had a ticket. I had a ticket at plus 7,000. It just wasn't in the cards towards the end of the day. But Corey Connors put up a hell of a fight.
Yeah, until he went 3 over on Sunday, I think, right?
Yeah, but that was towards the end.
Yeah, I had him in the top 20 at plus 350. That was one of my plays that hit. JT beat McIlroy in the matchup in a pillow fight at 1 under to even par. So that one hit. And then Berger top 20 hit for me. Those were the only 3 that hit. This Patrick Cantlay, too. I'm out of that business, too.
There you go.
I'm out.
How about the Webb Simpson parlay getting not even halved?
Well, yeah, it's because of dead heat rules.
Yes.
Yeah, that happens in golf.
But that's the thing. Why even bet top 20s in golf at that point, right? I mean, you're just going to – the likelihood of somebody finishing alone at 17 is it's a non-zero chance, but it's pretty low.
Yeah.
That's all. All right, let's look at this win total here for Cleveland. Yeah, they were taken off the board. I figured they would. Oh, no, that's AFC. All right, here we go for Cleveland. It's sitting at 10.5. And if you go under 10.5, you're laying minus 120. So it's not a great futures bet, although the likelihood of under 10.5 is really strong. Although the PGF has them, he has a futures ticket.
Why are you out on the Browns, Barrett? Is that just because of your brother?
Yes.
I think that is clouding your vision.
Partly that, but I just don't see. I don't see that quarterback being able to lead their team like that again. You know what I mean? I mean, they got Chubb. You know, they got a potent running game.
Yeah, and Hunt.
But I don't know if the NFL is ready to go all full on with the run game winning, and even getting close to the production they had last year. I just can't see it.
I'm not a huge believer in that quarterback either.
Baker is he's too flighty to me. You know what I'm saying? He did more commercials than he threw touchdowns last year.
Yeah, there's a lot to that.
So
I mean, I wonder if there's just. I mean, he's like a rich man's Daniel Jones, right? Where you just don't want him to screw stuff up. He's got 2 legit running backs he can hand off to.
He's got great weapons, man.
He does have really
great weapons.
Weapons. So it's kind of like you don't need him to throw for you don't even need him to throw for 4,000.
Just don't throw picks.
Yeah, that's really it. Just don't throw picks.
So you can't just keep handing off the ball especially when you have weapons like that. You got to get the ball in the air, and we got Odell out there. You got his counter. I mean, I don't know if he could. I don't know if he could carry the team like that.
Oh, Eytan, you'll love this. I had Brooks Koepka top 5, and he finished T6.
Brutal.
Yeah.
Didn't he miss a putt though towards the end?
He didn't birdie the par 5 14th hole, which was a stunner.
Okay, that's what it was. Yeah, Webb Simpson bogeyed 18, by the way.
Oh, that's a killer.
So that's what put it in the dead heat.
Right.
And here's the thing, I'm not complaining because it's the last day and Webb Simpson was not in contention. But my God, can I at least get one shot of Webb Simpson on the damn broadcast?
Oh, I know.
Once?
I know. Yeah, I mean, he's won a major. It's not like he's some nobody.
But they wouldn't show anybody out. Like they showed Shane Lowry, even though his fat ass was out of this thing for about a whole day.
Yeah. He wears the same outfit every day, that guy.
Yeah, what is that?
The dark shirt and the dark pants.
And
I think he thinks it's slimming, I guess.
Well, look,
you got to do that. You got whatever it takes, man. To make it look slimming.
That's probably what it is.
I wear a lot of black when I go to HVCC. Just because I don't want to be seen as the fat ass that I am as well. There are a lot of people that watch the opening tee.
Yeah, but you got to wear the gold chains now.
Oh, I am.
You got to do that. Yeah.
Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully.
Let's go Casbah.
That's it. Look, you got some pretty big Look, I even got this. This is the real one here. All right. Don't forget this. I got 3 technically. The one that I already wear. This one can stay on the outside here. This is all for Uncle Cooper.
Wow.
You're watching Uncle Cooper.
Oh my God.
All right.
I'm just gonna talk about DB Cooper. Is that his name? Who
DB Cooper? That's the guy that jumped out of a plane, apparently, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. With all the money.
Yeah, hijacked.
He robbed a bank or he hijacked a what? How did he get the money? But it was
they hijacked him. He hijacked the plane, then turned around. They brought the money to the plane. He let the hostages off, and then he jumped out of the plane with all the money.
Right, and
over
people
up
think
there,
he
Washington.
was still alive. Yeah, it was in Washington or Oregon or something.
Yeah, right around there.
Yeah.
So they said that it's equivalent to like $2 million, in these days money. This is like in 71, 70 or somewhere around there. So, he got away with it.
Quick question here.
Must have watched a documentary on that.
I think so.
I saw it like 3 years ago. I remember it.
Now, you were talking about the dude with the cleats changing them 31 times, right?
Yeah.
The kicker.
Jeff Reed.
It's crazy because I don't even know if you saw this story. If you didn't, then it's even more funny. Or funnier. But Young Ho Koo, the kicker for the Falcons. I think he's still with the Falcons, right? Yeah, he was a Pro Bowler in 2020. Young Ho Koo just had his Jeep stolen. But guess what he's more concerned about?
What's that?
The cleats that were in the Jeep. You can't take the kicker's cleats.
No, that's right.
That's superstition, man. Superstitions, bro.
Hey, I'm telling you this. I'm fading until I know for a fact that Young Ho got his cleats back. I am fading the hell out of the Falcons win total this year because they're going to have a kicker who's going to have his mind scrambled like an omelet.
Somebody stole a Jeep. All he cared about.
He was drafted originally by the Chargers and then released. Like he's not that good.
He was a Pro Bowler last year, Harry.
Yeah, but he's bounced around.
Come on,
these guys can go. They can go bad in a heartbeat.
Yeah, well, a lot of times it's something we always think about. Like, man, that guy fell off the face of the earth. Maybe somebody stole his cleats and it wasn't a public story. That's all.
You know what? Remember, we had 2 kickers that did that. The last 2 kickers that were here. What was his name? He went to the Colts. We got him from the Cody Parker.
Cody
was good.
Cody Parker. Yeah.
He was good. And all of a sudden,
and then he was all flunked up.
Yeah, that Koo guy was in the American Alliance of Football or whatever, too.
Hey, I'm just saying, he comes off a Pro Bowl year, all right? Let me tell you something. Uncle Cooper would take a couple of C notes and put them on right now, Harry. Look, here's two units right now fading the Falcons. You got to listen to your uncle?
Yeah, I would fade him, too.
And this is a big reason why. Look, it's one thing to just say, I don't like the Falcons. It's another thing to get the Uncle Cooper level of analysis and say a kicker's cleats were stolen, so we're going to fade the Falcons. Their win total is not high anyway.
And that's the Eagles' first opponent, week 1, right?
You can go under 7.5 for Atlanta at minus 105. Come on. That's not bad.
You told me 105. You told me 105 is almost gimme money, right?
Listen to your uncle, Barrett. Listen to your Uncle Cooper. 2 units under 7.5 right now. Today is the play for Atlanta based off this Young Ho story.
You're being compared to Ronnie the limo driver on the stream by Joey B.
I don't know what that is.
He was on the Howard Stern show. Showing off your money and your gold chains.
Yeah, well, it's not real money or real chains. So, again, I don't know who Ronnie the limo driver is, but you're probably watching the wrong stuff. If you're watching, Stern doesn't even do new shows anymore.
I know. He took I think he took the whole summer off.
Yeah.
Must be nice.
That's all. That's all.
Oh my goodness! I can't believe camp is right around the corner. It can't come fast enough.
Yep.
Well, that is true.
Definitely.
Yeah, Great Crimes of the Century. Was that the movie you saw, Barrett?
No, mine was
about DB Cooper.
Yeah.
Not DB Sweeney. That's what I thought you were talking about. DB Sweeney, who played somebody in a movie. It's not.
No, DB Cooper.
Okay. You can't be out on DB Sweeney
Cooper
on this show, by the way. Right?
Say what?
You can't be out on DB Sweeney on this show. Not going to let you happen. Come on. Sweeney is a legend. The Cutting Edge with Doug Dorsey.
Never heard of it.
No?
No.
Are you not DB Sweeney'd up?
No, but this show sounds interesting. I gotta have to research this. Great crimes of the century. DB Cooper, the Boston Strangler, Leopold and Loeb, Charles Manson, etc. They hit it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, DB Sweeney was Shoeless Joe. All right.
Oh, he was?
Shame on you. Shame on all of you. All right. We're back in 3. It's the middle.
If you missed any of today's show on the JAKIB Media channel, listen to the podcast on your way home. Available on YouTube, Apple, and Spotify. The savoring taste of a good bag of beef jerky is so enjoyable at any time of the day, as long as you can find it. Here's what we suggest. Pure Bull beef jerky is our answer, and soon it will be yours. Locally produced in the Philadelphia region, this high-quality, healthy protein snack is easy to secure. Go to steersnacks.com, and you'll see hot garlic, tropical heat, Pure Bull dry rub, and our favorite, Huck and Fod. What's that? Huck and Fod. Go now to steersnacks.com.
In the Wildwoods, our free beaches are spacious and welcoming with plenty of room to spread out. Your seat will be waiting for you when you're ready to visit. The Wildwoods, creating cherished family memories for generations.
Attention women of South Jersey and the Delaware Valley. Sign up right now with Our Lady NRA instructor Nayara Andrzak, who will teach you gun safety as part of this 3-hour safety class, which is being held at Delaware Valley Sports Center in Philadelphia. For information, drop an email to info@DelawareValleySportsCenter.com. That's info@DelawareValleySportsCenter.com. Learn the fundamentals at Delaware Valley Sports Center. You can't miss.
Are you looking for a place to track your action, purchase picks, and share your sports betting analysis with the gambling community? Check out JAKIB Sports, a social media platform with an unparalleled experience catered for the sports betting community. On the JAKIB Sports app, you can track all your NFL, NBA, and college basketball picks while getting real-time updates and injury reports all in one convenient place. Start building your following today and stand out amongst your friends by downloading the JAKIB Sports app on the Apple and Google Play stores. Let's cash some tickets and put it on Book It.
The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local Union 98, is a proud sponsor of The Labor Show with J. and Krause every Saturday night from 6 till 8 p.m. IBEW Local 98's highly trained and superbly skilled electricians are the best in the business, setting the highest safety standards in the electrical industry. So when you're planning your next industrial, commercial, or residential project, choose an IBEW Local 98 union contractor. Learn more at IBEW98.org.
I didn't know you put this on Twitter.
AutomotiveMap.com is your place.
What's that?
The TV mom and dad thing. Best mom and pop combo. You got a lot of feedback on it.
Yeah, it's mostly
Automotive Map
stanzas. You know?
You are listening to The Middle on the Sports Map Radio Network.
Presented by Rocket Mortgage.
Live from the O'Reilly Auto Parts Studios. Here's Eytan Shander, Barrett Brooks, and Harry May.
Uh-oh. PGF 961 San Francisco Giants plus 117. Are you in? Are you in? This is
I am rooting so hard against the San Francisco Giants.
Why?
Because I don't want Gabe Kapler to win anything.
He looks like he's the guy now. We just let the guy go again.
Oh, this is it. I'm in. Maybe I can find a nice little parlay with an Evgeny or Igor. Igor.
Watch out, watch out, watch out.
Tell you, I know I need to get the guy who runs the landscaping company who comes over and does fantastic work for me, because they too are Russian, like me and my lineage. And there's one guy here who it's Malkovich in Rounders. It's amazing.
Oh, he's tremendous.
Such a very deliberate, very deliberate in enunciating. And he's like, we will take out the weeds and then we will kill them. Right. It's amazing. I love it. I need him to come down. I'll write the script. He comes down.
Yeah, Malkovich's tremendous.
Are you off on this, by the way?
Off on what?
I'm tailing the PGF. I don't know about you guys. I'll see you in hell. I'm riding out with the PGF here. Let me open up the book. Now I got something. I'm gonna ruin Barrett's day when we get back. All right. Well, actually, we're not going anywhere. It's overtime. But be in and out. All right, for overtime today. You guys might have to handle the last 5 or so, but we're here. Thanks to Ron Culver. We'll be back tomorrow on Sports Map Radio. Still live here on the JAKIB Media YouTube page, and leave us a like, subscribe if you haven't already. Overtime coming up next.
Are you looking for a place to track your action, purchase picks, and share your sports betting analysis with the gambling community? Check out JAKIB Sports, a social media platform with an unparalleled experience catered for the sports betting community. On the JAKIB Sports app, you can track all your NFL, NBA, and college basketball picks while getting real-time updates and injury reports all in one convenient place. Start building your following today and stand out amongst your friends by downloading the JAKIB Sports app on the Apple and Google Play stores. Let's cash some tickets and put it on Book It.
All right, overtime here, and I'm in. I am in.
You took it?
I did. Plus, it dropped a little bit for me, but I'm in on
That's what I was going to ask you. Did you get it the same number?
112.
Okay.
He just put it out. He said it at 117. Again, the book, depending on where he gets it, that's fine. So, with that said, I feel good about today.
Well, you need to get me your PayPal.
It's my email with all the 9s.
Oh, that one?
Yeah,
okay.
Just send it there.
All right.
Now, we'll continue this going. I didn't see any more super chats. Did you?
No.
All right.
I sent him. I sent it mine's via how to send it?
Cash App.
Cash App.
So,
okay.
Here's what we have so far. This is the plus 1,700 Green Bay Packers to win the Super Bowl futures ticket. We are sourcing for you out there. The only way you can get in is by hitting us up with the super chat. We have Barrett, Harry, and myself each contributing $100 to the pot. Coconut is trash, $20. Colin Berger, $9.99. John Shelton, $4.99. You put in what you get back, just like that. You get back what you put in. So you put $4.99 in, you're going to get that return plus 1,700. It's an easy way. We're just going to keep piling and piling and piling up and make this a show thing. Yeah, individually you could go out there and spend the $4.99 on it, but we want you to be a part of something that we can have here, hopefully for the whole season. Because if the Green Bay Packers have Aaron Rodgers, there's a really strong shot we'll be talking about this futures ticket every single week.
Right.
Right?
Well, that's part of the reason why we do it. It's forced content.
Yes. I think there's that. Now, let me just bring to light something that I talked about last week, but Barrett was out. This movie that Barrett can't wait to see from his boy here in Philadelphia, M. Night Shyamalan.
Oh, geez.
Do you understand what happened here? His daughter came up one day and said, "Here, Dad, check this out." Gave him a graphic novel called Sandcastle, which is old, which is the movie. And what M. Night did is, I like this story so much, I'm going to buy the rights to it, and I'm going to make it a movie. And if you read Sandcastle or the synopsis of Sandcastle, every single thing we've seen in the preview for Old is in Sandcastle. So now it's on you, Brooks, to defend your boy who is pilfering, stealing, and pillaging content. I thought that was only reserved for Quentin Tarantino, and now we got a new Tarantino on the block.
Well, I mean, you want him to take something from somebody else, or you want to have him put out the same stuff he's been putting out? I mean, what do you want? I mean,
hold on a second. I wasn't prepared for that answer. Are you telling me? Wait, are you telling me that the only way I could get away from Lady in the Water or whatever the hell that crap was is if he starts stealing content? The only way I can prevent another The Village is if he steals content?
Yes.
I don't think you've made a better point today. I don't think anybody's made a better point today.
Pick your poison, man. Pick your poison. You want to take from somebody else or keep, I mean, you don't want to watch Lady in the Water again?
No. Barrett, it took me 90 seconds to get that out. It took you 6 seconds to just checkmate. I stand corrected. Let him steal. If original content is what we've been getting, then yes, let him steal away.
What was the one? What was the one about the plants fighting back? What was that one?
That was a B movie. That was with Wahlberg and Leguizamo, right?
Wasn't that him? Wasn't that him?
Yeah. And it was what was it like? It was like the something, the happening. That's
the happening.
Yeah.
Happening.
The happening.
And
you want more happenings happening?
Jeez.
No, that was rough. That was definitely rough. And I'm a big Leguizamo guy, and
All right, you should have the money. Check.
I do. I have the money
All
for
right.
both of you. Now, we can't physically place this bet yet until we make sure everybody that it's out there is ready to go.
Well, let's do it. I don't want to lose the value. All we need now, there's the Magic 8 Ball and PGF to put a big play in on it, and then we lose our number.
Yep. So all he gonna. I mean, at this point, what if he walks in that locker room? Boom, just like that, it'll be gone.
All
now
right.
you're gone.
Let's do this. Let's wait one more day, and this time tomorrow we'll put it in. How about that?
I get a feeling he's going to use our funds, Barrett, today to make more ping pong bets, hoping he's going to cash in so that by tomorrow he's got even more money.
No, I already have money built up here from the week.
Yo, you've been doing pretty good, man. I was about to start investing in you instead of the stock market. I'm investing in Shander's show.
Give me another month and let me this is, by the way, all of these bets are all live. Okay, all live. Tennis lessons as a child paying off because I'm able to watch. Look, it's the same thing.
Wait, what? What tennis lessons? What?
Well, because my mom was working, my parents were divorced, so I needed to do something in, I think it was the spring or the summer, right, where you couldn't play. There was no football when you were much younger, right? Because Pop Warner and that stuff, it wasn't around at that point where I was. So there was this tennis. Yvonne Lendl had a tennis spot, and she was just like, all right, pick it up. I mean, it lasted 2 years, right? But you play a sport, doesn't matter if you played it 20 years ago or if you played it at a professional level. Same thing with you watching an NFL game. If you're watching the body language of a quarterback and you see a guy who is 10 of 18 in the first half for 150 yards, no picks, no interceptions, but 3 or 4 of those completions were him just throwing the ball up in the air and somebody going out and getting him, in the second half, it's just a matter of time before that guy crumbles. Like, he just doesn't have it. Same thing with Louis Oosthuizen, as Harry just laid out. Like, there was a moment in time where you could go back on Sunday and say, that's it.
Yes.
That's when Oosthuizen showed the world he just didn't have it.
Right.
And you guys laugh at it, but look, there are these apps that allow you to watch the ping pong live, and a lot of it is just body language. A lot of it is just body language, man. Seeing a guy go crazy, unforced errors.
Do these guys break paddles ever? Do they go off and break
I haven't
stuff?
seen that yet.
No.
Well,
I haven't seen that yet.
Remember the next level analysis I gave you before the first game with CP3 came back?
Yes.
When he couldn't lift his shoulder up, his arm over his shoulder. Just
You
little stuff.
texted us, and we pounded the hell out of that money line, and it worked. See? It absolutely worked. Now I got to go to the pediatrician, so I got to take these damn things off me, Ron.
Why? Is that bad form?
Well, I don't know. I mean, it's just one more
No,
conversation.
you know what it is. It's your wife will yell at you.
She won't yell at me, but she'll.
What
just
are you
talk
doing?
She'll talk about it until I take it off.
Right.
So it's better.
We all see it.
Just
We
head
all
it
see
off
it,
at the
babe.
pass and don't give her the
Yeah.
opportunity.
We all see it, babe. We all see it, babe. Come
I don't
on,
know how
babe.
to take these damn
We all
things
see it.
I might be showering with this crap on at this point.
You might have to have her to help you take them off.
No, but then she won't. She won't. She'll shame me into taking them off, but she won't help me take them off.
Right. Now,
That's my wife.
91 LSXer says that Lombo said that Eytan grew up with his own tennis court.
Dang.
That's not true.
That's not fake news.
First off, when did Lombo ever say something like that?
I don't know. That's what he's saying. Maybe on one of his shows with Stazak back in the day.
I didn't
Sun
come
Twins.
up on the Sun Twins shows.
Sun
Those
Twins.
guys were too busy making sure they stuck it to the Eagles, or they were going to have a 45-minute conversation with Matt Nahagan. I mean, I'm putting both of you on at the same time. You can at least talk Eagles.
Right. I love that show.
The
I loved listening to that where Lombo would go on this whole dissertation about something, and then he'd turn it over to Stazak for his response or his retort.
Yes.
And Stazak would give him like a 2-word answer. You could just feel the steam coming out of Lombo's ears as you're driving your car listening to it.
What say you, Joe?
Yes.
Hey, man, it is what it is.
I agree. It is what it is. Dead air.
Yeah.
It was great.
Like, is that it? Would you like to say anything else?
You have anything else?
Opened up the show for 8 minutes.
Yes.
Would you like to say anything else?
Yes.
Unbelievable. And then, Stazak solo, you can't shut the guy up.
No, I know.
Right.
I know.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe it was the combo, man.
We got to get him on here in the next couple days. Stazak.
Can we get both of them on?
Bro,
we could reunite the Sun
bomb.
Twins.
That's a time bomb, man.
What do you mean?
Joe was saying some stuff, man, back during the pandemic and all that stuff was happening with, with Black Lives Matter. Some of the stuff he was saying, I'm like, yo,
really?
Where is this coming from? Oh, yeah.
Is this on the air?
Yeah. I'm like, bro, I had to call him. I text him like, bro, what the hell are you saying?
Oh, wow. He got a text from you?
What do you mean? Like, what did he say?
I mean, just crazy, outlandish stuff. You know what I mean?
What, that they're a Marxist organization?
I mean, worse than that. I'm like,
because that's true.
Right.
If you're going to send a text, I don't, it sounded like it wasn't political. Like it might have just been something that
it was political. It was,
well, that's the problem when you do a solo show in the middle of the summertime, man. There's
say whatever the hell you want to say.
There's not enough phone calls, so you just got to keep talking. It's torture.
Man, you get yourself in trouble.
It's torture.
Right. We're out of here on that.
Man.
We'll see you tomorrow. Anything else?
Fellas.
Now
you say something. Go ahead.
No, we're all back tomorrow. I'm going to be here the whole week. I'm just going to be on remote Friday.
Okay. Look,
Barrett, do you have any golf tournaments this week?
Nothing right now. No, nothing.
I'm going to tell you this right now. All right. We're out of here, but I'm going to leave you with this one thought. Okay. Tonight, you're going to have one option to bet and only one thing to bet. And that is international trials. Are you ready?
What?
Iran versus the Czech Republic tonight when it comes to the Olympic Games in basketball.
Basketball?
5 units. It's the Uncle Cooper special. All right.
And who is it? Iran against who?
The Czech Republic.
It's got to be the Czech Republic, right?
Czech's lane 16.
Oh, man. Yeah, it's a blowout.
I love the Czechs.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Your Uncle Cooper's telling you, folks. We'll see you tomorrow.
Are you looking for a place to track your action, purchase picks, and share your sports betting analysis with the gambling community? Check out JAKIB Sports, a social media platform with an unparalleled experience catered for the sports betting community. On the JAKIB Sports app, you can track all your NFL, NBA, and college basketball picks while getting real-time updates and injury reports all in one convenient place. Start building your following today and stand out amongst your friends by downloading the JAKIB Sports app on the Apple and Google Play stores. Let's cash some tickets and put it on Book It.